Hello. Actually, where's my mic at? Did this mic just turn off? I think that mic just turned on. Hey, how's everybody doing? Hopefully you're doing well. We are going to be running it back with another episode talking about chess knowledge, chess wisdom, chess understanding again. Hey, nutrition, how you doing? What's good? Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? And you know what else I got working? I finally got the subscription thing working, the subscription goal working. Let me get this live goal out right quick before everybody joins in to this amazing chess stream that is going to happen today. And I am a little bit early. Yes, sir, I am. We are going to be having a 3-hour stream today teaching chess, going over games, a few games actually. Let's get this live thing started. All right. Got a lot going on here. Hey, you just saying E4, H1 at ELO 500, 1,000. Here we come. Hey, there we go, Brian. There we go. There we go. Hey, Hooper, meme to C3. Okay, let me. Okay, that's the one that's on. I gotta shut this off right quick. Okay. Hey, how you doing? How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's in here already liking the stream, so I don't have to tell y'all. Hopefully we are here. I have my first ever tournament tomorrow. Should I be nervous? Yes, you should be nervous, but use that nervousness to not mess up in the chess games. My crush likes me. Should I say something? Yes, of course. You should always say something. Just go up to her and be like, "Hey, I'm interested in you, and I just want to get to know you a little bit better." That's all you have to do. And then, you should know what to do from there. Just listen to her, figure out, have an exchange of numbers, and then, get to it. That's how you do it. It's that simple. Hoodie is gas. Hey, mommy left me. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, snap. I do have to say this. So the launch is happening tonight, and the merch is already in the Discord of my TikTok subs. So whoever's part of the TikTok subscription, the link to my merch is already in there. So you get first grabs, and then I'm going to be launching it on my TikTok bio in my link tree in like a couple hours. I'm going to be launching it pretty soon though. Can you show me how? Oh, no, we're going over some games. We're going to be going over some games. This first game that we're going to be going over is Mikhail Tal against Häller. And this is going to be a super long chess stream. So you're going to have all the time in the world. All the time in the world to get these moves correctly. I new here. Happy Valentine's Lonely Gang here. I forgot it is Valentine's Day. I'm up here launching my merch on Valentine's Day. That is crazy. Is it ever a good strategy to move your rook out first? No, it is never a good strategy. Your opinion on Sinister Magnus? I don't know. Oh, you talking about Magnus playing with the chess brawls? Yeah, I mean, hey, he's doing his thing. Yo, H1, I finally broke 1,000 because of you. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, let's get it. I'm hype right now. First of all, I'm hyped because this hoodie's pretty cool. And secondly, dude, that is awesome. I want everybody who is under 1,000 rating on chess.com hit 1,000 ELO before the end of the year. You can do this. You can do it. Don't cut yourself short. Don't cap yourself. You're an amazing chess player. Use that to your advantage. Get your mindset right, and then you can hit that ELO rating. Hey, Killian here, 100, listening while I'm playing GTA for subconscious. Hey, there we go. I spent 2K on the chessboard. My dad is gonna shove me in the fridge. Hey, quotes for Brokies. Hey, I know that you wanted the merch pretty fast. I already put it in the TikTok subscription. I already put it in the TikTok subscription Discord, the merch. So you can go to the link, go into the announcement section, go there and check out all the designs that I have. Because I have more designs than this. Even though this design is pretty cool. Landon, hey, thanks. What game are we going over today? So the game that we're going over today is Mikhail Tal against Häller Karner. The game that we're going over today is Mikhail Tal against Häller Karner. All right. What's up, froze? Okay, let's just go over the game. We got everybody in here. Chess is so easy. Just sacrifice the rook. Exactly. 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 Let's see this. Let's see this game right quick. And before we go into this game, is the music too loud? Do y'all hear the music? I want to know this before I start going. H1, what's your ELO? Well, my USCF is 1800, and then my online rating is around 2100 on chess.com and on leechess.org. Nah, music is okay, music is good, people saying no, it's perfect. Okay, a little bit. Let me just, what about now? It's fine? Okay, cool. Let's get through this game right quick. It's still perfect? Join through the invite you shared. Hey, Landon. All right, cool. So what do y'all think is the first move that Mikhail Tal did in this position? I just put on some little jazz, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I just put on some little okay, turn it down. Okay. My bad. Let me turn it back down to where it was. All right. So in this first move, we got e4. After e4, we got g6. And if you don't know who Mikhail Tal is, he is an amazing attacking player. And we got one question here, tips to break 1,000. Tips to break 1,000, study, play chess games, and do chess puzzles. Because when you're under 1,000, you need to know as many patterns as possible. So when you're doing chess puzzles, time yourself 30 seconds. Because if you don't know the pattern, then you're not going to know it at all if you don't know the pattern to begin with. So you should just be learning. All that stuff should just be muscle memory to you. But let's get back to this game right quick. Lane is saying the merch is fire. Exactly. You know what I mean? I got a lot of it, even for men and women. You know what I mean? For both and for kids, because I know a lot of family people in here. So after the move g6, we got the move d4 in this position, and then we got the move bishop to g7, attacking or putting pressure on this pawn on d4. After bishop to g7, knight to c3, and then we got the move d6. What opening are we going into right now? Can y'all tell me? What opening are we going into? And this game is Mikhail Tal against Häller, and make sure that you're sharing a live because I might be shouting you out, and make sure that you're liking, all right? Make sure that you liking. This dude Landon is saying that it's customizable. Yep, it's different colors. Queen's Gambit. I don't know is not an answer. I don't know is never a good answer. People saying the London. This doesn't look like the London on the white side. Come on now. Let's try a little bit harder. A lot of people saying the King's Indian defense too. But remember, it didn't start with the move. It didn't start with the move d4. It started with the move e4. And then plus two, if it was the King's Indian defense, it would start with d4, c4. But we did knight c3. If you're doing this position with the black pieces, with the move e4, then it is the modern opening. It is the modern opening, all right? So, after the move d6, then we got the move f4, because you already know that Mikhail Tal wants to attack his opponent, all right? He wants to threaten his opponent until he is no more. Fight him. You know what I mean? And I've been playing Tekken lately, so I'm going to be doing a lot of kicks during this live stream. Hopefully y'all okay with that. So, let me get my stick out right quick. I'm excited. So, after the move f4 in this position, then we got the move knight to c6. After knight to c6, what do y'all think is the next move here to develop the pieces? That kick did damage, I know. Hey, yo. And moderators that is in here right now, you know, do a good job setting up polls and making sure that the chat is staying positive. And yes, I play Tekken. All right. I've already said this before. My PlayStation profile is H1 Chess. So if you want to face me in Tekken or any other game, you know, just send me a request. But the next move here is bishop to e3. After bishop to e3 in this position, knight to f6, and then we got the move knight to f3. After knight to f3, then we have the move bishop to g4, pinning the knight to the queen on d1. And after this move, we have e5, attacking the knight on f6 and putting pressure on this pawn on d6, in which black happily took the pawn on e5. And after happily taking the pawn on e5, then we have the move d takes on e5. After D takes on E5 in this position, and hopefully that wasn't over dramatic, but we got the move Queen takes on D1. And after Queen takes on D1, then we have the move Rook takes on D1. And now this is a queenless position that we're gonna have to deal with today. What book would you recommend us? Dude, all that stuff is in my TikTok bio. I already posted everything. So every time somebody's asking me a book to recommend, it's in my TikTok bio. So after Rook takes on D1 and Knight to D7, whose position would y'all rather play here? Whose position would y'all rather play? And pro little game, I still remember you, man. What's good? How you doing? Let me pick up the pieces while y'all thinking about which position y'all would rather play. I'm up here throwing pieces again. Dang it, I'm missing a pawn. Oh no. Y'all saying white? Hey, what's up, slow part? Dude, it's been a while since you've been in here, man. And plus, who's all the people that's sharing the live right now? Keep the likes up. We got to get up to at least like 1,000K viewers up in here. Come on now. Rooks are in action. White, white. Everybody's saying white. Okay, I get y'all. So after the move Knight to D7 and then Bishop to E2, and then we have the move F6. After F6, do we capture or do we do another move? Do we capture the pawn on F6 or do we do something else? What do y'all think? I need that engagement. I need y'all to comment. If you're not commenting, if you're not trying to improve, if you're not commenting, then you're not going to improve as much through these live streams. Like I said before, tally mark each move that you get right so that you know that you're improving each and every day. All right? Don't cut yourself short. I live stream every single day. I do chess lessons every single day. No capture, take, capture, capture, don't take. Okay, horse D5, rook takes on knight, things of that nature. Okay, so Mikhail Tal actually decided to capture that pawn on F6. And after E takes on F6, E takes on F6, then we have this Hector move, H3, attacking the bishop on G4, because he started getting sick of this pressure on the F3 knight, in which his opponent just did the move bishop to F5. After bishop to F5, then what do you think Mikhail Tal did next here in this position? And can y'all see the board correctly? Are y'all good? Yeah, y'all good. Y'all good. When do you stream? I stream every single day at 10 o'clock, all right? This is just a special week. It's gonna be open for everybody. And I got merch. Finally, like, it's been a while. It was a long time coming. I've had this plan since December. I had this plan since December. I've been working hard. Shoot. There are some mistakes on the way. Knight to D5. No, what else? What other decisions do we got here? A lot of people like a knight to D5, bishop D3, castle kingside, etc. Let's get the lights up and going. Let's get to sharing the live streams. Who's liking Metellio? We got in here. Bishop D3. No, not bishop D3. Tell the Discord you're live. Tell the Discord I'm live. Man, y'all should be telling the Discord that I'm live. I already did the announcement. I already did the announcement that I'm live right now. Castle, bishop D3, rook D2, bishop B5, etc., etc. What opening should I use for beginners? Dude, you are asking questions during a chess lesson. Love your streams. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The move that was actually played here was knight to B5. Even though it wasn't the best move, it seems more practical. So after knight to B5, castle queenside in this position, then we have knight F to D4. After knight F to D4, knight takes on D4, knight takes on D4, and then we have the move bishop to E4 by our opponent. After bishop to E4, knight to E6, attacking a rook. Where's my stick at? Where's my stick at? Attacking a rook on D8 and attacking a bishop on G7, in which the opponent just took the pawn on G2, being a little bit grabby, you know what I mean? And so after bishop takes on G2 in this position, then we have the move rook to H2, attacking the bishop on G2, and then it's going to be y'all turn next. What would y'all do next after rook D to E8? What would y'all do? Are you streaming on YouTube tonight? Yes, I am. I just haven't prepared the thumbnail, which that is my bad. I'm going to be reusing the thumbnail, but I will be streaming after on YouTube. But this is going to be one of the longest streams on TikTok yet. I'm going to be teaching chess for 3 hours straight. So if you want to stay here for the whole thing and learn some chess knowledge, chess wisdom, chess understanding, then hey, chill with me. Chill with me. What is the next move here? A lot of people are already saying it. Knight takes on g7. After knight takes on g7, rook takes on e3. And then what was the next move here? What was the next move here after rook takes on e3? What are we doing next? I guess I'm staying up until 3 a.m. tonight. It's so early. Why you live? Because I have a big announcement that is already in the Discord. Look on the announcement section, Mr. Savage. I think you're in there already. Rook g2. Yep, rook takes on g2. And then after rook takes on g2 in this position, rook went back to e7. And then what are y'all doing next here? Because it seems like that the knight is trapped. So what is the best square to go to? Oh no. Is this bad for us? Is this bad? Our knight is gone. Where would you put the knight? Where do y'all think Mikhail Tal put the knight? How's your night going, bro? Why are you talking to me personally? There is 800 people in here. We got to get 1,000 viewership. Come on. This is an exciting night. I'm hyped. Hopefully you're hyped. Let's keep the positivity up. And who is that? I anime TikTok. You are correct. We got the move knight to f5. After knight to f5, g takes on f5. And then now this is a position that they probably seen way before the capture on g7, because grandmasters are like that. And why did the knight go to f5 instead of any other move? Well, we got these double pawns that we can deal with. We're not just going to let our knight just get captured without causing any weaknesses on our opponent's side, because we're not like that. Y'all part of the H1 crew. So what is the next move here to attack one of these pawns? Because these are big weaknesses that we can actually directly attack right now. What is the next move here? What would you do? And actually, what you should do is keep on liking so that we can get to 50K likes at least. And then secondly, what is the next best move here? Drizzy, you are correct. We got the move rook to d5. And then you realize something. This pawn on f5 is a pawn. This pawn on f5 is weak. What do we do with weak pawns? We take them, we capture them, and then we got James Kerr in here. But back to what I was saying, we capture these pawns, we attack them until your opponent cannot defend them anymore. And so after rook to d5, knight to b6, attacking our rook, what is our next move? What would you do here? You could have had mate. What? There is no mate in 2. What are you talking about? I don't know why one person said mate in 2. What are we doing? Yeah, we're taking that pawn on f5. And so now this is completely equal. This is completely equal. Now for everybody that is in here, all 1,100 of you that is in here right now, would you play on the white side or the black side? Which side would you rather try to get a win from? Because this is completely equal, and I want to get y'all like chess personality right quick. Why is chat on public instead of sub only? Because this is a special day for everybody. First of all, I did miss Saturday. I did miss Sunday. That is my bad. So that was supposed to be for the open chat. And so that's why it's open right now. Secondly, this is a special week where I'm going to be announcing my merch and actually launching my merch tonight. And that's why it's going to be a 3-hour stream. But most of you pick the white pieces, black pieces. It's equal. It's completely equal. So either side that you pick is basically just dependent on your chess personality. So after the move rook takes on f5, rook to d8, and then after rook to d8, rook to f2. After rook to f2 in this position, knight to d5, and then we have the move what? What do you think Mikhail Tal did next here? And remember, where's my board at? Because I don't be using my board too much. I'm not showing my board any love. What are forcing moves again? Y'all should know what forcing moves are by now. Especially everybody who is like subscribed. What are the 3 things that you should focus on forcing moves? And one of you already got it correct, but now next question, what are forcing moves? What is the 3 things that I always talk about? Come on, y'all got this, and keep on liking, keep the engagement going. I'm enjoying this. Reminder to drink water. Yeah, I should probably get some water pretty soon after this game. Okay, these are forcing moves. This is what chess is all about. Forcing moves. Checks, captures, and threats. You should keep these three things in mind for your opponent and for yourself. If you're not keeping these things in mind, you will never become better at chess. This is really important if you're trying to beat players like Magnus Carlsen or Hikaru Nakamura, because they see these all the time. And so that's why whoever just said this move c4 is really important, because you're attacking a knight and you got the initiative right now. So after the move c4, knight to e3, and then what are you doing next here? And it's still balanced. Our king is in the center, so we got some pros and cons, and our opponent has pros and cons. I have faith in y'all, all right? Whoever's under 1,000 rating on chess.com, you can get to 1,000 ELO by the end of the year. You can get there. And not only by my videos, but by your effort too. Whiskey, thanks for the roses. I appreciate it. And then Biscuit, I think that was his name, but rook takes on f6 is correct, because that is just a free pawn. And now your opponent's just going to have to deal with being a pawn down. After rook to f6, knight takes on c4, and now we're not a pawn down anymore. But this position just got a little bit more dynamic for either a win on the white side or a win on the black side, since there is 3 pawns on the queen side, and we got 2 pawns on the queen side, and we have an extra pawn on the king side, but our pawn is actually passed. So that's going to be really important. After the move, knight takes on c4, king to f1, and then we have the move knight back to e3. After knight to e3, king g1, rook to g7. Where are we moving that king? Our king is in check again. Where would y'all go? What do you think Mikhail Tal did in this position? And keep the dang likes up. Why is this slowing down? Thank you for getting to 50K. I do appreciate it. But come on, the goal is 100K on every live stream. I didn't mean to do that. Please. I'm not always like that. A lot of people saying bishop to g4, but remember, bishop to g4, these knights can move backwards. So knight takes on g4, h takes on g4, rook takes on g4, and black is definitely winning. And that's why the king just moved to h2 in this position. After king moves to h2, and then keep on liking, keep on sharing the live streams. I got you. Who's liking the stream right now? We got Matthew Withing and 20. We got Beta PWY. And we're going to be doing a 3-hour live stream teaching chess knowledge, chess wisdom, chess understanding like always. And so after king to h2, we have the move c6. And then what do y'all think is the next move that was played here by Mikhail Tal? What do y'all think? What would y'all suggest here? Because there's not a lot to do, but you should know the main goal of what I always teach when you're going through endgames, all right? What do I always teach? Actually, let me remind you, because most of you might be new to chess knowledge with H1, new to H1 chess. When you're at an endgame, right? The main goal is to promote a pawn. And I'm still looking at the chat. Don't stop suggesting moves. I will pause whatever I'm talking about, and then I will just shout out the person who suggested the best move. But the main goal is to push your passed pawn. The main goal in every endgame is to promote your pawn before your opponent. So how can we do that? And Xander, Zagdev, you are correct. And I think whoever else got this move is correct too. Rook to e6, attacking a knight and clearing a pathway for your f4 pawn, since that is the only passed pawn on the board right now. So after rook to e6, knight to d5, and then what are we doing next? The plans become so simple after you realize what you're supposed to be doing. Nick, you are correct. f5. And plus too, what's good about this position is you probably before was wondering why did Mikhail Tal do the move rook to f2, because he already knew that rooks belong behind passed pawns. Let me say that one more time. Rooks belong behind passed pawns. And so after the move f5, the opponent's going to have to stop that pawn by doing the move rook to f8. This isn't winning for the white pieces, but you are putting pressure on your opponent, and we are all human. And so after rook to f8, what do you think is next for the white pieces? Ron Band, hey, how you doing? And for everybody that is here right now, we are going to be open for this whole week. because we got a special announcement for today that is launching today. All right. At the end of this lesson, I will share it, and then, hey, it is what it is. Yeah. Somebody just said it. Somebody just said the best move. I see you, man. User 96. He doesn't even have a profile name, and he's saying the best moves. Bishop to c4, trying to get rid of that knight, and then progress in this position. After bishop to c4, rook g to f7, and then we have what move next. What do you think Mikhail Tal did? And this is a type of position where you're going to have to be strategic. And the more strategic you are, the more you're going to the more you keep the tension in the position, the more possibilities of your opponent losing in this position, because your opponent really doesn't have anything going on. They're just defending right now. So what are we doing? Somebody just said it. Big shout out to this guy. And I'm going to start pinning people's comments, whoever I see. Rook to e5. Rook to e5, defending the pawn on f5. Because we want to keep that passed pawn for as long as possible. All right. So after rook to e5, rook moved to d7 because there's really nothing to do. And it wasn't only defending the pawn on f5, but attacking this knight on d5. Double threats are really important when you're facing strong opponents. So after the move rook to d7, what are we doing next? What is the next best move here? I'm going to give y'all 1 minute. And remember, this sand timer was like $6.99 on Amazon. I should probably put this in my TikTok bio since I talk about it a lot. But I think it's a little bit too much for a sand timer. But y'all got 1 minute to figure out the best move. Y'all got 1 minute. What do y'all think? What would y'all do here? Push Hector? That's kind of crazy. We got to use actually, I'll give y'all a hint after the 1 minute is up. And keep on sharing the likes, and we at 143 likes, 1,000 likes. And hopefully we can get past that by the end of this 3-hour stream. Hopefully we can get to like 1 million, because I'm going to be going that fast. I'm going to be going ham. Bishop to c4, f6, bishop to d5, okay, rook to e2, pawn to b3, rook d2, bishop d5, okay, I see y'all. None of y'all are saying the best move right now. It's nothing to do with the rooks. The rook is at the perfect position. This rook on f2 is really good at where it's at right now. This bishop on c4 is doing its stuff. Okay, I'm going to give y'all a hint. What is the last piece that needs to come into action? Because all the pieces are basically all the pieces are basically positioned right for us. So we need to give them one more weakness. We need to put the pressure on our opponent with one more piece. Yes, there we go. Okay, I see all the moves now. Y'all brains are thinking, yeah, king to g3. King to g3. In this position, get the king activated. So after king to g3, king to c7. And then we have this move, rook to d2. After rook to d2 in this position, rook f to d8. And then we have the move, king to f3. And then after king to f3, king to d6. And then what are y'all doing next here? After king to d6, which is a massive mistake by our opponent. This is a massive mistake by our opponent. So what are y'all doing here next? How would you know this? Landing is okay. Keep on trying. It doesn't matter if you get one move right. As long as you keep on trying, you can never fail if you keep on trying. You're going to get one move right eventually. Eventually, Jackson, you are correct. We got the move king to e4. After king to e4, defending the rook, of course, on e5. And now our king has dominated the position. We got the rook on e5. We got the bishop on c4 doing this thing. We got the rook on d2, pinning the knight on the king. And that's why they moved the king to c5. After king to c5, bishop to b3 in this position. And then we got the move b5 by our opponent, trying to cause some threats. After b5, what are we doing next? What are we doing next here? What is the goal? Thank you. Good night. See you later. We're going for 3 hours. I'm teaching for 3 hours. I've never done this before, but we're going to just keep on going. And I'm probably going to have to do a water break pretty soon. E6. Yeah, f6, f6, f6. Right, f6. So after the move f6, the opponent did a5. What happens, though, if knight takes on f6? Do y'all know what happens after this? Actually, nothing happens because that rook is pinning that king. So that's why the pawn on f6 is untouchable. It's untouchable, exactly. Ah, tricking y'all up. So that's why the move a5 happened here. So make sure that y'all keeping y'all pins in check, all right? That was an illegal move. So after the move f6, a5 in this position, then we got the move a3, preventing these pawns from moving up even further. So after a3, a4, what are we doing next here? We got I am back that subscribed for the first time. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on sharing the lives, and let's keep on liking the stream right now. We are almost at 200K likes. And I got a few more games to teach after this one. Hi, bishop at a2, bishop a2, bishop c2. What do y'all think? Bishop c2 or bishop a2? Those are like the only suggestions. Bishop c2 or bishop a2? What would you do next? Okay, Jake 14. Bishop a2. Everybody that said bishop a2, you are correct. After bishop a2, rook to d6. And then what would you do next here? Because now this rook can capture on f6. Now our opponent is threatening our family. And you know, and I'm pretty sure most of the people that's watching this live stream right now already knows how Fast and Furious guys thinks about family. What are we doing here? Okay, everybody already got it. Push the pawn up one more time because nobody is threatening the pawn on f7. So after pawn to f7, rook to f8, attacking the pawn. What are we doing next? What is the next move here? f7 is easy. It's easy. Okay. I told you I was going to subscribe yesterday. Yeah, you did, man. You really did. What is next, though? What is next in this position? What are we doing? Rook to f2 to defend the pawn. Okay, I see you. And somebody just got it correct. Drizzy? Dang, I'm trying to pin your comment. There we go. Bishop takes on d5. Everybody who said bishop takes on d5 is correct. Bishop takes on d5. After bishop takes on d5, the king moved back to b6. And this is totally losing because even if the pawn took right here, what happens? What happens if pawn takes on d5? Instead of the king moving back. What do y'all think? Y'all saying rook takes? And this game is almost over. So rook takes. What is the next? What is next? And this is just a side variation. What do y'all think is next here? And all the influx of people that just came in here right now, we are the white pieces. This is a game between Mikhail Tal against Häller. And this game was played back in the 1900s. This is exciting. Rook takes again. So after rook takes again, king to c6. Then what do we do? What is the next move here? What are we doing next? What was our opponent afraid of doing? You got it. You got it right. Where you at? I'm trying to pin your comment. It's taking longer than I thought. Okay, there we go. Rook to f5. Rook to f5. Shout out to him. And then after rook to f5, this is completely winning for the white pieces. And that's why black didn't capture that piece, because he didn't want the game to just end very quickly. And so after bishop took on d5, which this is just already lost, after king to b6, remember, that bishop is basically pinned on this file because our rook on d2 is undefended. So what are y'all doing next here? What would be your next move? What would be your next move in this position? And Drizzy, calm down, man. Let everybody else get a chance. A lot of people saying rook to e8. There is a lot of winning moves here. There is a lot of winning moves. But what was the move that Mikhail Tal played? What was the move that Mikhail Tal played in this position? And yeah, you're all right. Tower, please. If you're gonna suggest a move, don't say tower. Say the real piece names. All right. Especially, it's a rook. It's a rook. The only name that I would suggest for like the knights is like pony or horsey. I don't really care about those moves, but you gotta get the rook. You gotta get the rook right. But rook to e6. After rook to e6, pawn takes on d5. Checking our king. What are we doing next here? I used to call rooks castles. As people continue on saying the word tower. d6. The king is attacking our king on e4. What is the next best move by white? And this game is almost over. The opponent actually resigns in 2 moves. The opponent resigns in 2 moves. Random, you are correct. We got the move king to e5. After king to e5, attacking the rook on d6, then we got the move rook to c6. After rook to c6, what is the move that Mikhail Tal did in this position? What is the last move that made the opponent resign? And keep the likes up, keep on sharing the live streams, because we are almost at 200K likes, which is amazing. It's really amazing. It's really amazing. Let's get to it. Rook to e8, rook d5, rook c2, which is correct. Rook c2 was the last move that Mikhail Tal did. That made the opponent resign. And you probably were wondering, why did rook c2 happen? Can't the rook on c6 take the rook on c2? No, it cannot happen at all. It can't happen at all because this rook on c6 is pinned to the king by this rook on e6. And so the only move that can basically happen is rook takes on e6. And after rook takes on e6, king takes on e6. This is losing, especially when the next move is king to e7. And so that was the rest of this game. Now we got 4 more games to go, but I do want to announce that I will be launching merch tonight, all right? It's gonna happen. That's why I'm live streaming pretty long today. It's gonna be a 3-hour live stream. And so if you wanna just stay here for the chess knowledge, chess wisdom, chess understanding, then that's cool. If you're just waiting on the launch, then that's cool too, because this is a really cool design. All right, let's get to the next game right quick. I'm gonna have to reset the board. And plus 2, if you wanna just be ready for that launch, just sign up for the Discord where you can connect with other chess players and improve your chess skills and get to 1,000 rating ELO, get past it at least if you're under 1,000 rating ELO on chess.com. So that is in my TikTok bio if you just want to wait there too. And it already has over 2,000 people in there. So, hey, it's enjoyable. People in there playing chess games, learning from each other, things of that nature. It's pretty lit. It's pretty turned up in there. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to this next game. Using that emote. I need to add some more emotes on there. I need to add some more emotes. I guess, how is everybody doing on Valentine's Day? I didn't even realize it was Valentine's Day today. I'm up here lost. We got 1,300 people up in here right now. Let's get to it. Let's get to this next game with the white pieces. All right, I'm missing one pawn. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Man, I'm better than the rest. Yeah. Hey, my name is Eminem. Your girl wanted an Eminem, so I gave her an Eminem. Okay. Let's get to this next game. And this next game is by Franklin Knowles Young against Aldorf. And this game was actually played in 1892. This game was played in 1892, which is pretty awesome. This is probably one of the oldest games that we ever done here. And so what do y'all think is the first move in this position? All this made me realize is I would have lost that position. Oh, come on, man. Give yourself some more confidence. Make sure that you're sharing the live streams. Make sure that you keep on liking. We are at 217,000 likes. Let's get to it. What are we starting to move off with? Yes, we're starting to move off with e4. Now, you're probably going to realize everybody in the 1800s basically played e4. They didn't want to play d4 because it was too weak for, they was more aggressive back then than they are now. And so after e4, e5, d4 going into the center game, and after d4, e takes on d4, and then what move do you think he did next here? Which is going to be this is going to be a crazy game. This is going to be really crazy because at first he was losing and then he wasn't. 10-29, yes, he did the move c3. After the move c3, what opening are we going into? What did this initiate after the move c3? And y'all probably know these gambits. What gambit did that initiate? Yes. Who just said it? Yep, you just, dang it. I need to be faster at pinning people's comments. No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, a lot of people said it. Dang it. Ah, there we go. Let's pin it. We're going into the Danish gambit, which he accepted the Danish gambit. He did d takes on c3, which is really dangerous, especially if you don't know the theory. So after d takes on c3, what happens next in the Danish gambit? What happens next? Do anybody know their chess theory? Yes, we're sacrificing pawns today. What is chess theory? Well, it's just, chess theory is basically just learning from previous games in the past and inputting that knowledge into modern games that we play today. So there are certain openings that are playable, and then there are certain openings that are not playable in master games. And you're just gonna have to realize that as you face tougher opponents. A lot of people are saying knight takes on c3. I get that, right? That seems like a simple move to do, but that is a whole different opening than the Danish gambit if you do knight takes on c3. And bishop takes on c3 is not possible at all. I'm gonna give y'all 1 minute to figure out the next move of the Danish gambit. Actually, HJ, you are correct. Bishop to c4. Bishop to c4. Bishop to c4, sacrificing another pawn, which black declined it altogether and did the move knight to f6. Still equal. Now, for everybody that is here right now, right? For everybody that is here right now, would you rather play the white side or the black side? I'm very interested in the Discord, but confused. What? What are you confused about? Just verify yourself and then you'll be able to see every single channel. We got chess help channel. We have a chess news channel, my videos, when I go live stream, we got a general chat, etc. A lot of people saying black, white, white. Okay, a lot of people would rather play the white side, which is crazy because even in this position, I think the Danish gambit is really hard to play for the average player. So after knight to f3, not knight to f3, knight to f6. Then we have the move knight to f3, which is already somewhat of a bad move. White just really wanted to give away pawns. And black accepted this pawn. Knight takes on e4. After knight takes on e4, what do you think white did next here? This is a weird position to do, and this is partially already a smidget better for black, but hey, this is a gambit. This is the risk that you would have to take playing the Danish gambit, and this was back in the 1800s. So, you know, most people in the older times had horrible openings, and so that's why you have to learn from like middle game tactics and strategies from the middle game rather than learning opening theory from games that were before basically 2000. Before any games before chess engines is very questionable. The chess openings are very questionable. Any game before chess engines. And so all the people who said castle, you were correct. After castle, kingside, and then we have the move knight to d6. After knight to d6, we have another horrible move. Queen to d4 was the best move, but he recaptured the pawn on c3. After knight takes on c3, knight captures on c4, and then we have the move rook to e1. After rook to e1, bishop to e7, and then we have the move knight to d5, attacking that bishop on e7 twice. And yeah, this is going to be pretty questionable because that bishop can be defended with knight to c6. Now, we're losing, but y'all going to have to keep the initiative. We did just lose a bishop, but this is possible for you to keep your fighting spirit and to keep that aggression on the chessboard. Like the vid so we can get to 1 million likes. Exactly. Keep on liking because yeah, I do want to get to 1 million likes for a second time on this live stream. And I'm going to be live streaming for a whole 3 hours. And thank you for everybody who's sharing the live. I appreciate you too. Olin Fowl, you're cool. We got Telekinesis. I don't know what that person's name was. Everybody saying the move. Even Jesus. Bishop to g5. After bishop to g5, f6 in this position, and then we got another weird move. And this is a casual game, but rook to c1. After rook to c1 attacking a knight, and then we got the amazing move b5 that just equalized the position again. Which we got another terrible move, but rook takes on c4. After rook takes on c4, pawn takes on c4. And then we got this other terrible move, knight to e5. After knight to e5, f takes on g5. White is pretty much struggling in this position. Well, actually, he was struggling at knight to e5. After f takes on g5, white is completely winning. Oh God, you're the GOAT teaching for chess during Valentine's Day. Exactly. This game is absolutely horrible. Yeah, this is a horrible way to play the Danish gambit, but this is when you realize, oh snap, they was actually pretty good at finding the best moves in these type of positions. Thank you, I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that is here right now. And yeah, we can always learn how to play chess no matter what. No matter what. I'm very confused by their moves. And this is when you stop being confused. Because this next move is somewhat obvious for the chess player eye. Especially for Candy's weird. And then who else got it? AJE? Yeah, queen to h5. Checking the king on e8. After queen to h5, black is in trouble. Black is in trouble. Aldorf is in trouble. After g6, what is played next? After g6. And there's only one move that works. There's only one move. Drop location. The drop location of my merch is going to be in my TikTok bio. What is the one move that can be played here that is still winning for white? A lot of people want to do knight takes on g6. I get that. But h takes on g6 happens, queen takes on h8, king f7, and there's not really a winning. I mean, the king is in the center, but the chess engine is like, hey, that's completely equal. If we went that route, that's completely fine. And that's why everybody started saying the other move, elite pick. Thank you for saying the right move. Hello, Malokov? I think that's your name. Knight to f6. Even more powerful than just taking on knight to g6. I get it, right? The h pawn was pinned, but this is more powerful because this is eventually going to lead to checkmate and getting more material. After knight to f6, bishop takes on f6, allowing white to get a massive discovered check. What happens here next? What would y'all do? I'm not explaining. If you want to know what en passant is, you got to look through my beginners playlist on my TikTok. What are we doing next here? We got all the discovered checks in the world. Quotes for brokies, you're saying knight to c6. Okay, knight to f7, knight to d6. Okay, I see y'all. All right. Not knight to c6. Actually, not knight to c6. That wasn't the move that was played here. Knight takes on g6. That was the move that was played here. Even though both of those probably Actually, knight to g6 is the only move that works here. Weirdly enough. After knight takes on g6, queen to e7. And then what are we doing next here? Yeah, you knew it. Exactly. And now we're trying to demolish our opponent. That's what we're trying to do. Demolish our opponent. How can we wipe them off the board? And this is back in the 1800s. I wish I had some like old English language, but I don't know any. I'm hood, bro. Like, I don't know any. Knight takes on e7 is the best move, but rook takes on e7 works too. After rook takes on e7 in this position, bishop takes on e7, which is horrible because now there is checkmate in 4 moves. There's checkmate in 4 moves. And when you're looking for checkmate in 4 moves, think about this. Forcing moves, checks, captures, and threats. Think about all these. That's how you find checkmate. Which move leads to checkmate? And everybody who said knight takes on h8, you are correct too. That move leads to checkmate. You all said it. And actually, the player went a different way. Knight to e5, checking the king on this diagonal, on this h5 to e8 diagonal. So after the king moved to d8, and then what are we doing next here? Awesome sauce. Exactly. The pony moved to e5 instead of taking a rook, even though that was the best move. Hey, you got to respect these human players. Not everybody is like a calculator machine like y'all. Especially these 1800 players are probably it's probably your rating. Thank you for the wait. I appreciate it. And we are doing push-ups at the end of the stream, at the end of this 3-hour stream. Knight to f7 is next. After knight to f7, attacking the king and the rook again. Then we got the move king to e8. After king to e8, what is played next? After king to e8, what is played next? What's up, pro-life gamer? Oh, pro-little gamer? It's pro something. What is being done next here? Yeah, this might have been an 1800 back in the 1800s. This might have been an 1800 elo player back in the 1800s. Who knows? A lot of people want to take the rook again. I get that, which that is still winning, of course. But who just said that? Chirac? And then what else do we got here? Who else set the move? The not so bad gamer. You are correct too. Knight to d6. After knight to d6, the king cannot move to f8 because of queen f7 checkmate, which that would be the kiss of death. And please, TikTok, don't ban me. I'm talking about chess still. When I say the kiss of death, it's talking about chess. Please don't ban me. But anyway, after king d8, what is the next best move? What is next here? Everybody knows smother mate, right? How do we do the smother mate? Queen to e8, forcing black to do the move rook takes on e8. And after rook takes on e8, destroying that queen, what happens next? Now let's keep on liking the video. Let's keep the excitement up. What is checkmate? How can we attack the king at least one more time? Knight to f7, checkmate. Good thing that these knights can move in an L shape, hopping over everywhere, because this king cannot go anywhere else. And when a knight is checking the king, you cannot block it. You cannot, actually, you cannot block it at all because the knight is hopping on the square. This is checkmate, surrounded by all of his pieces. This bishop on c8, this pawn on d7, this pawn on e7, this bishop on e7, this rook on e8. The king cannot avoid. Smother mate on the board. Wild game that was back in 1892. Let's get to the next game, all right? And let me just advertise the Discord again, where the launch will drop first in my Discord, in my TikTok bio, where you can connect with other chess players. There's already over 2,000 members, so that's your proof of concept that, hey, everybody enjoys that Discord. Let's get to this next game, and we're gonna be the white pieces again. We're going to be the white pieces again. Let's get to it. We got 1,700 people. Well, 1,600 people in here right now. Let's get to this next game. This is fire. Hey, we're going to be live streaming for the next 2 hours. Just getting excited for this big launch that's going to happen. And maybe with a certain viewership, maybe I can launch it early. If we get a certain viewer count. Okay. Let's get to this next game right quick. We got 1,400 people. Let's get the likes up again. And let's go. Oh, nope. My mouse is not connected. So in this game, we have Jenner Zhu, who is 2486. And then she's going against Alexandra Constantin-Iancu. And this game was actually played in 2023, this year. And I'm pretty sure that was in the Women's Grand Prix, right? Yep, that was in the Women's Grand Prix that we haven't went over yet. Let's continue. What do y'all think this game started off with for the white pieces? How do you think she started off this game? We're trying to figure out the best moves here for everybody that is here right now enjoying the stream. A lot of people saying E4. Remember, this is back in modern day where most people play D4 nowadays, and that's how the game started. D4. After D4, knight to F6 in this position, and then we got the move C4. After C4, E6, and then our the player that we're siding with played the move knight to C3. After knight to C3, bishop to B4, and then we have the move E3. After E3, castle kingside. After castle kingside in this position, then we have the move of bishop to D3. After bishop to D3, D5. What do y'all think is the next move here for the white pieces? What is this opening? This opening is the Nimzo Indian defense. This opening is a Nimzo Indian defense. Usually with a quick knight to F6, E6, and bishop B4, pinning the knight to the king. What do y'all think is the next move for white here? Kick out the bishop? Yes, that is exactly what happened with the move A3, attacking the bishop on B4. After bishop was attacked, bishop takes on C3, and then we got the move pawn takes on C3. After pawn takes on C3, D takes on C4, bishop takes on C4, and then we got the move by our opponent, C5. What are you doing after C5 for all my people who knows opening theory? What are we doing after C5? Thank you, Fluff Daddy. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. That's a crazy username. Wilshu, you are correct. Knight to E2. Usually this kind of looks like a Grunfeld defense, but not with like a Fianchetto bishop on G7, but with this type of structure where black is trying to destroy our pawn structure in the center with the move C5, probably doing the move B6, bishop B7 or something like that. We're going to do knight to E2 instead of knight to F3. Most grandmasters want to do the move F3, E4 probably someday in the future. So yeah, that's why the knight moved to E2, or the knight wants to go to like F4 or G3. You never know. And that's why the opponent did the move queen to C7. After queen to C7, what are we doing next here? After queen to C7, what are we doing next here? Because guess what's happening here? And this is what you're going to always have to have in your mind. All of your undefended pieces have in mind, because this bishop on C4 is undefended, and this queen moved to C7. And this queen is on the same file as your undefended piece. What can happen? What is the threat by your opponent? Yes, taking this pawn on D4 while threatening this bishop. Double threat. How can we avoid that? That is a thought process that you should be going through. That is a thought process that you should be going through as you're playing chess. So a lot of people want to do bishop D3. I get that. But another move was actually played. And Dylan, you are correct. We got the move bishop to A2. After bishop to A2, B6. And then what did white do next here? What did white do next here? I'm still waiting. A lot of people saying it. Okay, a lot of people saying it already. Castle kingside. Castle kingside. After castle kingside. Wait a minute. What happened? Did I just do an extra move? Yeah, I did an extra move. My bad. Queen C7, bishop A2, castle kingside, B6 in this position, and then after B. Wait a minute. No, B6, castle kingside. Okay, I was right the first time. Bishop to A6. After bishop to A6 in this position, what are we doing next? I'm up here confusing myself. And now with this bishop on A6, this knight on E2 is pinned to the rook on F1. Just to give y'all a little hint on the next move here. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate it, Beck. Ekush, I think that's your name. Ekuth. You are correct with the move rook to e1. Getting the knight out of that pin, and so this knight have mobility in this next move. So after rook to e1, knight to c6, and then we got the move, what? What are we doing next here? As the white pieces, what would you do? Why are you saying no for? I'm trying to look for the next move. What would I do? MK, you are correct. We got the next move, knight to g3, trying to move that piece into a better square. Because we always want to maneuver our pieces where they're doing their job the most, right? Where they can be used the most in this war. Because every chess game is a war, and if your pieces aren't in the exact positions that you need them to be at, then you have to move them. You have to maneuver them where they're most valuable. And so after rook f to d8, put in the rook on the same file as our queen on d1, and then we have the move rook to b1. After rook to b1, rook a to c8, and then we have to move rook to b2. After rook to b2, e5. All right, what is the next move here? What is the next move here? And make sure that you keep on liking. We are almost to 300K likes. After e5, do we take either one of these pawns, or do we push up, or do we do a whole completely different move? Those are our 3 decisions. And thank you for sharing the live, only 4Ks. I appreciate you, man. Like, see, I told you I was going to shout out the people who's sharing the live and liking this and liking the video. Rook to d2, d5. A lot of people saying, okay, take on e5. Knight. Cheese Noob, thank you for sharing the live. The Adam Sinclair, thank you for sharing the live. The next move that we have here is d5, attacking the knight on c6. After d5, e4 in this position, and then we have what move next? Well, what would y'all say? I'll be back. I'm going. Okay. The FK up shared the live. Hayden, you shared the live. I appreciate you, man. I'm a dummy. Shared the live. Okay. That's his username. Hey, don't ban me, TikTok. I am Isaiah. Okay, shared the live. I appreciate you. C6, C6, knight to F5, knight to E4. Pawn takes on C6. Remember, if pawn takes on C6, rook takes our queen, and that is game over. That is game over. We cannot do that. We cannot sacrifice our queen. Joey, you are correct. We got the move queen to a4, still attacking the knight since now this pawn is not pinned on the d file since we moved the queen. After knight to a5, white did the move what? What do you think they did? Dang, you already got it correct. Lag MLBA. Yep. C4. And now this is a protected pass pawn, which is, I mean, a protected pass pawn is always good in a position. After C4 in this position, we got the move H5. And then after the move H5, we got this weird move F4. Questionable, but not so questionable. She's probably just trying to put the pressure on the opponent by doing the move F4. After F4, queen to D7, trying to trade queens on this diagonal, right? This A4 to E8 diagonal. Do we trade queens or do we do a different move? What is y'all decision here? Do we trade queens or do a different move? And what is the best move that y'all will do? What is the best move? We got Chess Ninja in the house. Chess Ninja does not want to trade queens. A lot of other people wants to trade queens. Okay, I appreciate that. Okay. Calm down. We got this. Trade queens or no? Now, I will say, we're not engines. We are human. So the human move, she traded queens. Even though the computer's like, dude, just go to queen c2. It's going to be just fine. No. We're just going to trade queens because we're all humans. After queen trades on d7, rook takes on d7. And then we have the move rook to c2, defending that pawn on c4. After rook to c2, h4 in this position. And then what are you doing next here? After h4. Hey, calm down, Derek. Bro, he's tweaking? How am I tweaking? You never want to be a queen to a chess player? Dang. That's a hard knock life. What are we doing next here? Knight to f5. That is the next move that was played. After knight to f5, knight went to e8. Your opponent is moving pieces backwards, which is just fine, you know. What would you do next here in this position? How would you elevate your pieces? How would you pretty much figure out what piece is not doing their job, and then make sure that you put that piece on, like, I don't know, a long file or a long diagonal, things of that nature. What piece needs to be moved or maneuvered? This is a slow grinding game. We got faded in here. Hey, I see you. And I think you set the best move here. And Ryan too. Ryan Race. Bishop to b2. After bishop to b2, f6, pretty much tearing down that whole diagonal, making sure that that bishop on b2 is irrelevant. And both players are pretty much playing good moves. We got rook e to c1. After rook e to c1, king to f7, and then we got king to f2. This position is very closed, but anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation. Hey, Mrs. Savage, welcome back. Then after the move, rook 8 to c7, what are we doing next? What are we doing next here? Is this a draw? No, this is not a draw. We're not going to just draw this position. We got raining, what is that? Raining coins? Raining cookies? What was that? Oh, that was a gold mine. Thanks for the gold mine, man. Did you queen trade? Yeah, we queen trade. We queen trade. A lot of people already said it. Knight takes on h4. That pawn was just hanging right there. Goodbye, Hector, from our opponent. So after knight takes on h4, knight to d6. And then we got the move. What? What are we doing next? We just took pawn, so we're up a pawn. Mrs. No. Hey, we don't care about their Hector. As long as we have our Hector right there on h2, we're fine. We're good. We're lit. Just gonna keep on saying that word until it comes back to popularity. Yo, bro, I love your videos. I'm a go night. I'll catch y'all boys later. Hey, see you later, Griffin. I see you, man. Lost sauce. We got the move g4. After g4, knight takes on c4. What are we doing next here after knight takes on c4? We got loot in here with the 25 roses. Oh, more than 25. Oh, man. What is the next move by white? Yo, it's 4 a.m. Loving this content. Let's get it. Let's get it. I don't care how late it is. Come on. We got 1,000 people in here trying to figure out the best move. Bishop takes on c4? Bishop takes on c4. Well, I know, that seems reasonable, right? Bishop takes on c4. What if I told y'all, and Anders, one of those two, we got the move rook takes on c4. After rook takes on c4, bishop takes on c4. And then what would be your next move here? No, you'll lose the bishop. What? I know, this is crazy, but y'all gonna get this move pretty soon. And keep on liking. Let's get to 300K likes after this game. Come on. I see y'all. Let's get to 300K likes. Yes, we got this weird move. Rook takes on c4. Even crazier. You just sacrifice both of your rooks. Like, what? Both rooks. Rook takes on c4. Rook takes on c4. And after knight takes on c4, bishop takes on c4, then you kind of see what's going on here. You kind of see what's going on here. There's a big threat that is going to happen d6, which is checking the king. And there's not really a good way on how to stop that move, because if rook moved to d6, what would be white's best move here? If rook moved to d6, what would be white's best move here? And that's the only way for you to understand this. Everybody's saying knight, but I don't know where the knight is moving. Cody? Yes. Knight to f5 will ruin black's whole position, because the rook has to move back, and then we're going to get the discover check with the move d6, get an extra rook, and from my chess world, 2 bishops and a knight is better than a rook. That's why black decided to, in this position, not do the move rook to d6, but do the move b5, trying to fight back. After b5, what is our next move? We got to 300K likes. Thank you. I appreciate all of you that is here right now. And I appreciate everybody that was here from the start too, because we got 2 more hours to go. We're not done yet. Bishop b5, bishop b5, bishop take pawn. Yeah, bishop take pawn. Bishop just takes pawn, attacking the rook on d7. And you know what sucks about this position is, why can't the rook take on d5? Why can't the rook take on d5? What happens here? A pin, right. Bishop to c4, pinning that rook on this diagonal with the king on f7. And so black is going to have to resort to rook d7. And then even after that, we can just do moves like king to e2. And we're just fine. We're just good with these 2 pieces, this knight on h4 and this bishop on b2. And so that's why that pawn was not taken. But instead, we got the move from our opponent, rook to b7. What are y'all doing next here? This game is almost done, right? Your opponent is still fighting. What is the next best move here? Great videos, bro. Keep up the grind. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate it. We're always grinding. I don't care if I have to publish 4 videos a day. I don't even care. Shane, you are correct. We're just going to take the rook on d7. After rook takes on d7, rook takes on d7. And then how would y'all convert this to a win? What would be our first move in this position? Because this is already winning. We got 2 minor pieces against a rook. Are you going to stream on YouTube? Yep. After this stream, I will. It's probably going to be 12 Central Time. So 2 hours ahead of this. I'll just be playing people in chess. My phone is going to die soon, so I'm going to watch until it dies. Oh, man. Put it on a charger. And who pinned that? Thank you. I appreciate that. But we're in a chess lesson right now, dude. I see you, man. Knight to f5 is how the game continues. After knight to f5, rook takes on d5, which is threatening, remember, a check on d2, which is forking our bishop and king. So how would you stop that? Yo, why did you not stream yesterday? I did stream yesterday. I streamed yesterday. It was kind of late, though. I'm not going to lie. But I did stream. You're going to see that stream on my YouTube channel pretty soon. I love your vids, man. You are so peaceful and fun to watch. Thank you. What are we doing here next? And somebody already got the move. Ah, snap. Oops, I'm zooted. I don't know what that word means, but we just said it. King to e2. After king to e2, g6, attacking our knight on f5, then what are we doing next? Thank you for all the donos. I appreciate it. I'm going to put that to good use, and we're going to get the stream elevated a lot more in another 6 months. It's going to be completely different. H1, you might get banned. What is that? Is that word meaning something? I don't want to get banned. Please, TikTok, don't ban me. I'm not trying to get banned. I don't know what that word means. I just read a username. I read it before. Knight to h6, Miss Gone. Knight to h6, checking the king on f7. After knight to h6, the king moved to e7. And then what do we got next? What is the next best move here? If you're the white pieces, and we're going over this game right now, when do you stream? I stream every single day at 10 o'clock at Central Time. Yes, f5 attacking the king. So after the move f5, g takes on f5, pawn takes on f5, attacking the king still. And then the king moved right back to e7. After the king moved back to e7, and you know what's easy about endgames, which I already went over before, all right? You know what's really easy? Is realizing what is your passed pawn, and whoever promotes that pawn first wins the game. That is most endgame's purposes. So what are we doing next here? Why didn't the king go to g7? That knight could have been protected very easily. Knight to g8, knight to g. A lot of people want to do knight to g8, but the king's just going to go to f7, and you're not making any progress. Yeah, Landon. I think that's your name. h4, pushing up Hector. Nothing can stop this pawn. Like, how is black supposed to stop this pawn? They're going to have to reroute that rook all the way to the h8 square. And so after h4, c4, which black is trying to counterattack with their passed pawn, because whoever promotes to a queen first, they're going to win. So after the move c4, what happens next? And my mistake, knight g8 would have been good too. My bad. That is my mistake. I caught it. Knight to g8, thank you. Yeah, knight to g8 is the best move now. So after knight to g8, king to f7, and then we got what move next? She just wanted to push up the pawn first just to get an inch ahead. Not bishop takes on f6, because if bishop takes on f6, king takes on g8. And so that's why knight takes on f6. After knight takes on f6, rook takes on f5, and then what are we doing next here? This game is almost over. You can convert this into a win pretty easily at this point right now. I know you can do it. I believe in y'all to do this. Let's get it. A lot of people want to do h5. Okay, I get that right now, but after doing the move h5, rook takes on f6, bishop takes on f6, king takes on f6, and I don't really know how that position is going. I don't really know who's winning. You're going to have to calculate that. Yeah, e4. Knight takes on e4, getting an extra pawn. Make it easy for yourself. And after knight takes on e4, rook to h5, and then what are we doing next? What is the next best move for the white pieces here? It's not Saturday, isn't it? Isn't it sub-only comments? Not this week. This whole week is not going to be sub-only comments, because I am advertising the new merch launch that is going to happen at the end of this live stream. Or until we hit like a certain viewer count. If we hit like 3,000 or 4,000, then I'll just launch it then. I'll just launch it in the TikTok bio in the link tree. So everybody can look at it. G5, knight takes knight to d6. Yes, that is correct. Attack the king and a pawn on c4. And so after king goes to e6, what is the next best move here? What is the next best move? And for the influx of people that just got in here, we are looking at the best moves for the white pieces, and anybody can comment. I don't care who you are. I don't care how strong you are. If you're a beginner, please comment so that you can improve in chess. Anybody can improve. Knight takes on c4. Yep, see all your captures, and that just makes the game a lot simpler. After knight takes on g4, rook takes, not g4, on c4, rook takes on h4, and then what would you do next here? What will be your next move in this position? Keep the likes up, keep on sharing it live. We can get to 350K with 2,000 people in here. Tally mark all the moves that you get correct so that you know that you're improving like everybody else. What would y'all do here? Knight. So a lot of people want to move the knight. I get that. A lot of people want to move the knight. You can't do e4. We don't want to lose pieces. Remember that. Like if e4 happens, rook takes on e4, and that could be a draw. A lot of people are saying moves. Yeah, Ace Man, you are correct. The next move that the player did was bishop to d4, not moving that knight. That knight is staying on the c4 square. Why not? And after the move king to d5, what are you doing next here? Just to solidify that you're going to win this game. My game is getting so much stronger watching these lives. Exactly. That's why I do this. I want y'all to be thinking like a real chess player. I want y'all to get the mind of these grandmasters. And the only way you can get that is by studying these classic games or these modern games that happens every single day. And so everybody who said king to d3, you're correct, because it's defending the knight and there's no checks on the king. This is completely hopeless for the black pieces. And after rook to g4, then we have the move knight to d2. And after knight to d2, the king moved back to c6. And then we got the move knight to e4. After knight to e4, we got the move a5. And then after a5, knight to c3. And then we got the move rook to g1. After rook to g1, what is the next move here? What is the next move here after rook to g1? And my OCD was kind of getting, let me fix that. Let me fix that. Greg, my rating, my USCF rating is expired now, but it's 1800, and my chess online rating on like chess.com and leadchess.org is around 2100. A4. A lot of people want to do E4. Okay, knight to E2. Mike, you are correct. We got to move king to C4. Get that king activated. And so after the move king to C4, rook to A1. What happens next? What happens next after after rook to A1? What would you do here? How would you convert this into a win? Because your opponent is still fighting their hardest. Remember this, all right? An injured animal is very alert, and that's basically what your opponent is if you're up in material. They're hyper focused, and if you make a mistake at this point, then you will either draw or even lose a position. I've seen it hundreds of times happens like that. And so the next move was played, king b3. All you have to do when you get into this position is be patient and make sure that you're precise on every single move that you do, even if you're winning. Keep the alert going. And so after king b7, what is the next move here? What would you do? Go to h1. You're playing the white pieces here. What will be your next move? Knight to b5. There's a lot of good moves here. But I want y'all to figure out the opponent's, not the opponent's, but I want y'all to figure out the player's move. What do you think Jenner did? Or it might be Häller. I don't know. A lot of people saying a4, king a4, king a4. Who said that? Who said that? We got Baxter and we got, okay, king a4. Keep on liking. We got 2,500 people in here right now. And keep on sharing the lives because we're about to make it to 3,000 viewership. Let's get it. Let's popularize chess on TikTok because there's a lot of chess enthusiasts on TikTok. So after king a4, king a6, and then we got the move knight to e4, and this game is almost over. After knight to e4, rook to b1, because that bishop was attacking that rook on a1. What would you do next here? It doesn't matter if you lost, just watch and learn. Because you're going to get it someday. Everything's just going to connect through your head. Nothing is like a gradual learning in chess. Nothing is gradual, right? You're going to plateau, and then one day you're going to be like, oh, snap. Everything is connecting. Knight to c5 is the next best move, attacking the king on a6. After king to b6 now, what happens? What would you do here? Because you got to make sure that your opponent knows that you're about to win this game. You got to be somewhat unkind. And chess is no other way to do it but to like take all your opponent's pieces. You got to make sure there is no chance of drawing the position. And that's why knight to b3 happened, blocking the b file from the rook on b1. And now we can utilize our king. And so after king to a6, what happens next? What do y'all think happens? How would you keep on converting this? What would you do here? And this is a learning lesson to everybody. And this is why I keep on stressing, be alert when you're playing games. Be very alert. Okay, the best move that somebody just said, and shout out to you, Gerleman and some other people, bishop c3 is the best move here. Bishop to c3 is the best move. And let me just show y'all what most people almost messed up. If knight takes on a5, this is a complete drawn position. If knight takes on h5, this is not h5, but a5. This is a complete drawn position. This is stalemate, especially after you see what move. Yeah, we're at 3K viewers. We're gonna launch the march. We're gonna launch the merch after this game. After knight to a5, how can black get a draw? What is the next move that can get a draw for the black pieces here? Brian, you are actually not rook b5. Yeah, Adrian, rook to b4, forcing white to capture this king. There's no other way to get around it. if king captures, this is stalemate because this bishop is taking control of this diagonal. There's no piece that is checking the king. This king cannot move to b6 or a7 because of that reason, because of that bishop. This king cannot move to b7 because of this knight that is on a5 covering that square. And the king cannot move next to another king because that is illegal. So that would be stalemate. Always stay alert when you're playing chess. If you're not staying alert, then you could have got caught by this. And then everybody's going to be mad. Oh, I could have won that. And they're 2,500. I could have got a lot of rating points. But no, she was very patient. And that's why she did the move bishop to c3 first. That's why the move bishop to c3 happened. After bishop to c3, rook to h1. And then what are you doing next here? What is the next move here? How can you convert this into a win? And this game went on for a while because Black was just trying to make sure that they knew what they was doing. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Stalemates can happen like that all the time. And a lot of people already said it. Bishop takes on a5. After bishop takes on a5, rook to h4, checking the king, and then we got the move bishop to b4. After bishop to b4, king to b6 in this position, then we got the move knight to d4. After knight to d4, rook to h3, and then what would you do next here? There's a lot of best moves here, but what do you think she did? This game is almost over. What do you think she did here? What do you think she did? Now, remember, if you go e4 in this position, after rook to h4, there's not really a good way to protect that pawn. So we can't just push up pawns all willy-nilly. We can't do that. That could be an easy draw for our opponent. If our opponent captures both of our pawns, this is a drawn position. So we have to be very careful. Roro, I see you, man. Yeah, Andrew, you are correct. Knight to c2, defending the pawn on e3. After knight to c2, king to c6, and then we got the move king to b3. White is being really patient because that was almost a draw. So after king to b3, king to d5, and then we got the move king to c3. After king to c3, king to e4, and then what are you doing next here after king to e4? Our opponent is still trying. Anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation, and that's why you got to stay alert. You got to make sure you're still staying aggressive and defending your opponent's threats. A lot of people want to do a4. But remember, you know, if this knight and pawn was gone and your opponent didn't have the rook, you can't, that's a stalemate position because we don't got the right bishop. For all the like advanced chess players that know what I mean there. Yeah, bishop c5 protecting the pawn on e3. After bishop to c5, rook move to h8, and then we have the next move, which is what? What do you think they did next to make the opponent resign here? What do you think the next move was to make the opponent resign? Come on, keep on liking, keep on sharing the lives. We are almost there. We're almost at 400K likes too, which is amazing. We're almost at 400K likes too. What is the next move? Dang, none of y'all saying it. Bishop d4, bishop d4, d5, d5. No, not those moves. And TW, you are correct. The last move that was played here was a4 until Alexandra decided to throw in the tile. I didn't even say towel, right? Throw in the towel. I got this Invisalign in my mouth, my bad. And so, yeah, Black was annihilated and they had a chance to draw. So remember, if you're playing in games, don't inflate your ego. Don't be prideful. Stay humble and make sure that you convert this into a win. Convert these winning positions. People lose all the time in stalemate positions. Don't lose that way. Make sure you get the win. Drill yourself. Study. Do chess puzzles. Do whatever you got to do so you just stop losing games that are like this. Now, I will be launching the merch right now since we're at 3,000 viewers, like I said. And so the merch is going to be in my TikTok bio. It's going to be in the link tree. It is there right now. It is the top one. It is the top one. So y'all can look at the shop if you want to. If you want designs like this, and there's other designs too. Where's my other shirts at? There's more designs in hoodies and shirts that you can do. And this is one of my other favorites. This is one of my other favorites. But this live stream isn't going to end yet. I'm going to be going over some more games. So if you want like shirts like this or hoodies like this, then you can cop that too. All right. I'm not done yet. We got a few more games to go. We're going another hour and a half. What's another game? Actually, let's go over some traps. Let's go over some traps. Dang, where's my traps at? Dang, did I already go over all those traps? No, I didn't. I made another chest traps playlist. Where is it? Well, let me see if y'all remember these. I already went over most of these, but let me just see if y'all remember these. All right, let's set back up the board. Can you explain checkmate here? Oh, there's no checkmate. The opponent resigned. So when resignation is basically when the opponent just agrees that they won. Oh, viewers dropped because people went to buy. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And plus, I have a free Discord if everybody wants to join too. But we are going to be staying streaming for another 2 hours. So let's get going. All right. So let's set back up this board. We got these miniature games that we're going to be going over next for another 2 hours. Yeah, if you want to support me, then hey, go to that TikTok bio, be in that Discord. Man, that Discord is pretty cool. We got already over 2,000 members. Hey, we be having a lot of fun, answering questions, improving chess. This is one of the best communities I created. So, all right, cool. I know this game is chess. I love chess. That's pretty random. All right, let's get through this game right quick. I remember these boards from Chess Fridays in elementary. Yeah, I used to do that exact same thing. So what do y'all think? How do y'all think this game started off? And this is a very short game. This game actually ended in 8 moves. This game ended in 8 moves. Let's get through it right quick. How are you doing? Hey, I'm doing good. How did this game begin right quick? Can you show how to avoid stalemate? Well, you just have to study, man. And plus, that's like a whole different lesson. How are you reading these plays? What? Because I've been playing chess for a while. I've been teaching for over a decade. Been playing chess for over a decade too. Been playing chess for like 15 years. Okay, so this game started off with e4. After e4, then we got the move e5. After e5, knight to f3, attacking the pawn on e5, and then we got the move. Oh, not that. Knight to f6. Do y'all remember what opening this is? Do y'all remember what opening this is? This is actually called two different openings. How do you join the Discord? Just go to my TikTok bio, and I think it's one of the sections that you can go to the Discord and pretty much join in for free. Got over 2,000 members up in there. Yeah, this is the Petrov defense. This is the Petrov defense, and most people call it the Russian game. After knight to f6, bishop c4, which is basically the Italian variation. And then we got the move knight takes on e4. After knight takes on e4, bishop takes on f7, which is a horrible move, but you know, this is a chess trap. If you want to play a game for fun, you can. King takes on f7, and then after king takes on f7, knight takes on e5, attacking the king on f7, and then if the king moves to g7, this is how the game continued, castle kingside, d6, attacking the knight on e5, then we got this tricky move, queen to f3. Now after queen to f3, black decided to do the worst move possible and take the pawn, not the pawn, but the knight on e5. Take the knight on e5, which is horrible. And this is the 8th move. What is the best move here? What is the best move for the white pieces? I don't ever know why they got away with this. But this game was actually played back in 1916, and his name is Robinson against Davy. This is an actual game. I don't know why people keep on thinking that I don't be playing actual games. Yes, queen to b3 is checking the king, and this is force mate in 3. This is force mate in 3. So after queen b3, the opponent resigned. But if we was going through the whole force mate, then we'll go through queen d5. And what is the best move, guys? What is the best move in this position? Dude, strong players be losing in like the worst ways possible. After queen d5, what is the best move? Let's just go through the last 3 moves here. Or the last 2 moves, my bad. Yeah, queen takes on d5, and then after bishop e6, blocking the check, and then we got the move queen takes on e6, which is checkmating the king. That's on g8. This was a real game that happened in 1916, and yeah, this game ended in 8 moves. So for everybody who was saying, hey, I don't know how to play chess, I lose in horrible ways, I'm just saying, if I lost in this way, I would have quit a long time ago. Now, let's get to the next game. I got more games like this. Stop. That game was horrible. Okay. And I like these short games because I can like set up the board really quickly. All right, cool. Let's go through this. So in this next game, we got Mick McMahon against James Marshall. And this game ended in 7 moves again. And y'all probably seen this video before. All right, let's continue. And this is for the black pieces. For everybody who is watching, this is for the black pieces. All right. The opponent did the move e4. After e4, e5 in this position, then we got the move knight to f3, attacking our pawn on e5. After knight to f3, we got knight to f6 again. After knight to f6, then we got this second most popular move, d4. After d4, e takes on d4. And then we got the move e5. Now, what would y'all do next with the black pieces here? What do y'all think is the most popular move in this position? What do y'all think is the most popular move in this position? I don't know who that is. What is the most popular move for the black pieces here? Knight to e4. You are correct. Who said knight to e4? Yeah, lift. Yep, knight to e4. After knight to e4, then we got the move queen takes on d4. After queen takes on d4, what is next by the black pieces? The stream just started. Oh, okay. Where are the black pieces, everybody? Yeah, then we got the move d5 because we needed to protect the knight on e4. Now, the best move for white to do was actually en passant the pawn by doing the move pawn takes on d6, and then we would take the pawn on d5. But instead of en passanting, they did the move knight to c3. Now, black is winning in this position. What is the next best move? A lot of people saying c5, I get that. But that's not the best move here. The Grandmaster, you are correct. We got the nastiest move ever. Bishop to c5. And after bishop to c5, queen takes on d5. What is the next best move by the black pieces? If you said that, then congratulations to you. My bad. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I don't mean to be like that. It's called en passant. It's called en passant. Look at that video on my beginners playlist, or look it up on like the search on the TikTok search thing. Bishop takes on f2. After bishop takes on f2, the opponent resigned, but let's see what happens after the king moves to d1. If the king moves to d1, what is the best move for black here? And for all the people who just walked in here, hey, we are looking at the best moves for the black pieces at this present moment. And this was a short game that ended in 7 moves. Yeah, I said it, 7 moves. And somebody already said it. Juliana, I think that's your name. You are correct. Knight takes on c3. Because after b takes on c3, what happens next? What was the purpose of taking that knight? What was the purpose of taking that knight? And what is that tactic called for anybody who knows? What is this tactic called? Yes, queen takes on d5. This knight was protecting the queen, but now it's not, since you took the knight on c3. That c3 knight was checking the king on d1, so white had to capture the knight back, and now we get a free queen. That is called removal of the defender. That is called removal of the defender, and black won a quick game after doing the move bishop takes on f2. Okay, let's get into our next small game. All right, we got 2,000 people up in here. Make sure that you keep on liking the video and make sure, hey, can we get to 1 million likes by the end of this 3-hour stream, man? I've been going for a while. And plus, too, I got merch that's already in the link tree in my TikTok bio. If you like the design that's on my hoodie right now, then, hey, you can get it. You can get that, too. You can get that, too. You know what I mean? If you want to support me as a creator, of course. You don't have to. I'm not stressing. But I just want y'all to get free dibs before everybody else. All right. So we got this game right here. And what do you think this next game started off with? We got Gerald against A Faber. We got the white pieces here. Where are the white pieces in this game? We got Gerald against A Faber. How do you think this game started off with? H1, don't worry. We are halfway there. E4, H3. H3 is crazy. Shows the character. Why? Dude, I'm going over games right now that everybody is liking. We've got 2,300 people in here, and we're going over these quick traps so that everybody can have this knowledge. Everybody can have this chess knowledge, chess wisdom, chess understanding, like always. And so the game started off with the move knight to f3, and after d5, then we got this gambit that happened. What is this gambit? Actually, I'm going to tell you the gambit name, the Tennyson Gambit. How do we initiate the Tennyson Gambit? How do we initiate the Tennyson Gambit? H1, more like Eminem. Hi, my name is Eminem. Your girl wanted the Eminem, so I gave her an Eminem. Okay. E4 is how you initiate the Tennyson Gambit. After E4, D takes on E4. What is the next move by white? What is the most popular move from here? What is the most popular move? I can't pin comment. I don't know why you can't pin comments, Nick. I didn't touch anything. I promise. Knight to G5, next best move. So after knight to G5, attacking the pawn on E4, then we got the move knight to F6. After knight to F6, how does the game continue with the Tennyson Gambit? And actually, this is not even how the game continues. I lied. My bad. Yeah, so D3 was the move that is played here, but D3 is a horrible move. I mean, most people play the move knight to C3, but D3 goes into the trap. If you want to have fun, you can with this blitz move, and especially you can catch your opponent off guard with it. So after the move D3, if E takes on D3, that pretty much give white a little bit back the advantage. Because of what move? What is white's next best move here? Do we capture the pawn with the queen, pawn, or bishop? And where's my stick at? Do we capture the pawn on D3 with the pawn on C2, the bishop, or the queen on D3? Not the queen on d3, but the queen captured. You know what I'm trying to say. Bishop captures on d3. After bishop captures on d3, your opponent can make the wrongest move ever, which actually did happen in this game. And this game was back in 1978 that this game happened, since people be claiming that this isn't a real game, that this is never going to happen. No, these traps happen all the time. These traps happens all the time. The opponent played the move h6, which is the most horrible move that you could play. After h6, what do you think is the best move by white? After h6, what is the best move by white? Giannis, you are correct. And everybody else is correct by saying this move. Yeah, I am. Y is correct. Knight takes on f7. After knight takes on f7, the opponent resigned. Why did he resign? Can't the king just take on f7? What happens after king takes on f7? Did he resign for no reason? Why didn't the king just capture on f7? We're going over the Tennyson gambit, and we're going over the best moves from the white side. Yeah, bishop g6. After bishop g6, checking the king cannot move back to e8. If the king captures the bishop on g6, then what is free to capture? And we got 3,000 people up in here right now. Let's get to 500K likes. Let's get there. Come on. I know y'all. Thank you for the roses. Yeah, capture the queen, because the queen is just free on d8. And that's why the opponent just decided to resign. And this game was 6 moves if you played a Tennyson gambit, if you want to try out that d3 move. And I wouldn't try it out in a classical game, but I would definitely try it out in like a bullet game or a blitz game, where it's a little bit faster, where your opponent can mess up a lot more frequently than like a classical game. All right. So I'm not suggesting doing these gambits. Like half the time, I'm not suggesting doing these gambits. I usually say, hey, this is a playable gambit, play it. Or, you know, this is a horrible gambit in my videos. All right. For everybody to know. There is a difference between good traps and bad traps. There is a clear difference between good traps and bad traps. And for 3,000 people that is in here right now, I just want you to know that a trap should never be plan A. A trap should never be plan A when you're playing chess. When you're playing chess, a trap should only be like plan Z. Like it shouldn't be your top goal that you're trying to achieve. And so let's get into this next gambit. And I went over this gambit before, but let's do it. So in this position, what do you think white started off the move with first? What do you think white started off the move with? What move do you think white started off with in this position? If anybody who wants to rewatch these streams, I will be posting these streams on my YouTube channel called Chess Knowledge with H1. And we are going for a very long time today because I just dropped some merch in my TikTok bio. Yeah, so the game started off with the move knight to f3. After knight to f3 in this position, we got the move f5. And for everybody who says that they haven't seen the move f5, as you face off against stronger opponents, you will definitely see the move f5, which is the Dutch defense, all right? If your opponent plays the move f5, they're trying to get like the bird opening, but on the opposite side. So after knight to f3, you can do this gambit, the licensing gambit, which is e4. After the move e4, f takes on e4. What is the best move here? How do you think the licensing gambit continues after f takes on e4? And this is actually pretty good. This is actually a pretty good gambit. You're not really risking a lot of stuff here. Why don't you go live on Instagram? Well, I went live on Instagram before. Nobody wanted to join. Instagram is harder than TikTok. I just want everybody to know that. Yeah. So we got the move knight to g5. Who just said that? Dang it. So we got the move knight to g5 attacking this pawn. And if the opponent does the move d5 in this position, then what are we doing next? What is the next move here? This is kind of like the Tennyson gambit, but no, it's the licensing gambit since your opponent started off with the move f5, which is actually more playable than the Tennyson gambit. Because your opponent started off with the move f5, which is more of a weakness than the opponent losing the d pawn, if y'all remember. So, starting off with knight to f3 might get you into like a good little gambit position than your opponent. And so the next move is actually d3, sacrificing another pawn. After d3, If your opponent captures the pawn on d3, then you're automatically winning. You already have a winning advantage if they capture this pawn on d3. So this is a good blitz or bullet position to go into. Now, if your opponent knows the theory, if your opponent does the move queen to d6, then you're facing a tough opponent. Because that's how black is supposed to continue. But if e takes on d3, then what is the best move for white? What is the best move for white if they do e takes on d3? And we got 3,000 people up in here. Let's keep on liking the stream. Let's keep on sharing the live so that we can get up there. What happens here? A lot of people saying b takes on d3, but I don't know. Like, make sure that you do a capital B. Do algebraic notation. But bishop takes on d3 is the best move here. After bishop takes on d3, your opponent might think that this is a normal move, but this is actually a horrible mistake. This is a stupid move, what they do here. They did knight to f6, which seems like a very normal move. I get it, right? I get it. But what is the consequences of this move? What would y'all do here next? And actually in the real game, they didn't play the best move. So we're not even going to go into the real game. We're not going to go into the real game. And I'm not going to nay. We're doing a real stream right now. So knight takes on h7 is the move that was actually played in the real game. Let's go over that first. After knight takes on, wait a minute. Actually, that wasn't played. My bad. I'm tripping. But it has something to do with the h7 pawn. My bad. I'm thinking about some other trap in my head. For 500,000 likes. No. Bishop takes on h7. Bishop takes on h7 is the best move here. Why is that? Because if rook takes on h7, what would you do next? As the white pieces? Yeah, we're going over all these traps that I have in my like leechess.org library. Knight takes on h7, right? And after knight takes on h7, knight takes on h7, and then what is the best move for white? Because this is completely losing for the black pieces. This is completely losing. What would you do next, though? What would you do? Queen h5. Queen h5. You know what I mean? Because with queen h5, you're attacking the king on e8 and attacking the knight on h7 at the exact same time. And so you're going to get this knight. The king is going to be pretty much not castled, and you're going to get a massive attack afterwards. And you should be able to win this game with ease. Now, I did have a question by... When I did a video about this opening, a lot of people were saying, what if knight captures first on h7? So let's go over that. So in this position, if knight captured first, what would be your best move? If knight captured first, what would be your best move? What would you do here if knight captured first? I don't want to confuse everybody. This is still winning. Yes, you wouldn't capture back with h7 because rook would capture back and then we wouldn't have that check on h5. So you would do queen h5 first. You do queen h5 first. And after the king moves to d7, then you have what move next? After the king moves to d7, what move do you have next? Ma underscore TT. Oh my goodness, come on. Get out of here. Get out of here. TikTok, don't ban me. That was somebody's username. Hey, I'm sorry. Do not, please. Look at the stream. I'm doing this. I'm doing chess. Why do y'all have disturbing usernames? Come on now. Do me a favor as a streamer. I want to say your usernames. But knight to f7. After knight to f7, that is attacking the queen on d8 and the rook on h8. And so that's why the licensing gambit is actually pretty good if your opponent does the Dutch defense, especially if you start out the game with knight to f3. Now let's go over another game right quick. Let's go over another short game right quick. And for all the people that is here, hey, I have a Discord that you can join for free in my TikTok bio. Make sure that you join there. It's already over 2,000 people in there trying to learn how to play chess, and you can connect with other players too. If you want to improve in a faster way, then join that Discord right now. It's like one of the best ones in the chess community so far. It's still small enough where you can actually connect with me and the other players around. So, let's go over this 4 knights game trap right here. What do y'all think? What do y'all think initiates the 4 knights game? How would you initiate the 4 knights game here? And this is a quick game that ended in how many moves? 9 moves. This is a quick game that ended in 9 moves. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. And who's sharing the live right now? We got user 47 sharing the live. We got Nick sharing the live like always. Yeah, the first move is e4. After e4, e5. Then we got the move knight to c3 that initiates the Vienna game. After knight to c3, knight to c6 in this position. And then we got the move knight to f3 that initiates the 3 knights game. And then after knight to f3, we got knight to f6 that initiates the 4 knights game. After knight to f6, what is the next move here? How long will you stream? I'm going to be streaming for another hour. The Discord link is in my TikTok bio. Just hit that link tree and then it should be one of the selections that you can pick. What is the next move here for white? Bishop c4, knight to e5, dope, bishop e5, bishop d3, d4. That's the move I was looking for, d4. After the move d4, e takes on d4, and then what is the next move here? By white. And this is only the 5th move, so we're almost there to the end of the game. How come some of your lives are sub-only? Because I want to give value to the people who pays for like sub-only chats. It's Monday through Friday, and it's open for everybody on the weekends usually. But for this week, since I'm doing a massive launch, then, you know, I'm doing it open for everybody for this whole week. And then I missed Saturday and Sunday because I was relaxing on like a little mini small vacation. But everybody who said knight takes on d4 is correct. After knight takes on d4, d5 in this position, what do you think white did next here? Yeah, but my main goal is to give value to as many people as possible. And I not only live stream on TikTok, but I do on YouTube too. So I have a lot of other content that you can pick from. I have like over almost 900 videos on YouTube right now, and actually a whole bunch on TikTok too. What is the next move here? What would y'all do next? Afro Ninja? I think it's Afro somebody. Afro somebody. Bishop to b5 is the correct move, pinning the knight on c6 to the king on e8. After knight to b5, queen to d6, and then what is the next move here? Because if y'all didn't catch it, d5 was the trap. d5 was the move that black was not supposed to do. It was Afro somebody. Hey, shout yourself out. I'll resign anytime I'm in this kind of position. No, this is good for white though. What is the best move for white? What would you do here in this position? Pawn e5. Well, not e5 because queen could just take on e5. What is the best move for white? So what? Knight d5. Why didn't knight take on b4? Bishop c6. Okay, come on, guys. I'm gonna have to put the timer on y'all. Renvai, you are correct. E takes on d5 is the best move here. After e takes on d5, actually castling is a good move too. But after e takes on d5, knight takes on d5, and then we have what move next? And still, castling is a good move, but that's not the move. That's not like the game that I'm showing. And this is actually a real game that was played. Alfred was the white pieces and gets, I think, the unknown player as black. They don't have his name, but they know Alfred, not the Alfred from Batman. What is the next move here? This is a pretty much a clear-cut plan that any beginner can do. A lot of people are already saying this, but knight captures on d5. After knight captures on d5, queen captures on d5, and then what is the last move that can make your opponent resign here? What is the last move? Man, I've been standing this whole time. Ugh. What is the last move that can make your opponent resign? A lot of people saying knight e6. Well, my knight e6 is kind of giving away the position because bishop can take on e6. A lot of people just saying squares. I need to like know the pieces that y'all want to move to those squares. I'm gonna give y'all a minute. Well, John Farrell, you got it right. Knight takes on c6, and then after knight takes on c6, the opponent resigned because if a queen captures on b5, capturing the bishop, that is free to take. What is the best move for white? What is the best move for white in this position? Some person just saying mate. You're gonna have to tell me the specific move. Bryson, you are correct. We got the move queen to d8, which is mate because the king cannot capture the queen on d8 because the knight on c6 is defending. The king cannot go to e7 or d7 because of this queen. And so this is basically like a kiss of death since the queen is right near the king. And yeah, the king cannot move to f8 or f7 because, you know, that's illegal to capture your own pieces. So that is checkmate. Now, what happens? What happens if queen captures on d1? And then king captures on d1. And b takes on c6. What is the best move here? What is the best move here by the white pieces? You got some jazz in here. Thank you for sharing. Big block 88. I appreciate it. And let's keep the likes up. I know it's been like 2 hours. Come on, keep the positivity going. All right? Yeah, bishop takes on c6. And after you realize bishop takes on c6, this is game over because the bishop is attacking the king on e8 on this a4 to e8 diagonal and attacking his rook on a8 on this h1 to a8 diagonal. All right, cool. Let's get to this next game right quick. In which, if you didn't know, I just launched my merch that is in my TikTok bio. So if you want to support me, you can that way. If you want a cool hoodie like this, hey, some cool designs. I like them. I'm going to be wearing them on every one of my videos. Okay, so let's get into this next game real quick. And this next game is pretty short too. In this next game, we're going against the Philidor defense. What do you think was played first? And his name is Agnats against Edwin. And this game was played in what time period? 1860s. This game was played in the 1860s. Can you do push-ups after this? Yes, of course I'm doing push-ups after this. Yeah, e4. It starts off with e4. After e4, e5, knight to f3, attacking this pawn on e5. Then we got the move d6 that initiates the Philidor defense. After d6, what do you think is the next move that is played here? What defense? This is the Philidor defense. But this is a trap against the Philidor defense. And this is for the white pieces. After this game, we're going to go into another longer game. I didn't know. Can you show us games that showcase sacrificing for the greater good? I don't know. If they pop up, they pop up. That's kind of hard to like just. I would have to prepare for that beforehand. What is the best move here? A lot of people already set the move d4. After d4 in this position, we have the move bishop to g4 by our opponent. After bishop to g4, that kind of falls for our trap. It's like a smidget better for white already. What do you think is the next move here? Play me 1v1. Dang, bro, I'm going over a chess lesson. I do chess lessons on TikTok only. I sometimes play chess. Sometimes. What is the best move here? A lot of people want to do bishop to e2 to break the pin on this diagonal, this d1 to h5 diagonal. What else are we doing here? So some people want to do h3 to kick the bishop out. But the move that was played here was d takes on e5. After d takes on e5, bishop takes on f3 is a massive mistake by our opponent. Because after bishop takes on f3, what is the next move here? What is the next move here by the white pieces? You're going to see why. You're going to see why. If the pawn would have captured back, then queen would have captured on d8, and then after queen captured, king takes on d8, knight takes on e5, and then that's a whole different position right there. Yeah, queen captures on f3. After queen captures on f3, pawn captures back on e5. Trying to be smart, what is the next best move? And our boy Edwin ruined this position by taking the knight on f3. He ruined it. Like, why did he do that? That was crazy. Make sure you look at all of your forcing moves, which is checks, captures, and threats. When I say the best move, Bishop c4. Somebody already said it. Bishop c4. Evan, Bryson. Who else was that? We got a whole lot of other people that said Bishop c4, getting ready for Scholars Mate. But what if knight to f6 happens, blocking Scholars Mate? Because getting Scholars Mate was not the trap here, but this next move is the actual trap. What do y'all think here? M1 lad. And dang, y'all are smart. Soham, you are correct too. We got the move queen to b3. What is queen to b3 threatening? Well, it is threatening this pawn on b7, on this b5 that this queen is now on, and this queen b3 move is threatening this pawn on f7 now. So that is two threats, and that is the trap in this position. And black can only defend one of those moves. And in the actual game, he did queen to d7. After queen to d7, what would you do next? How would you finish this off? How would you finish this game off? I would have moved bishop to b5. Not question mark. No, queen takes on b7. Remember, if you do bishop b5 right now, c6 will block that pin that was on the queen against the king on e8. So that's why queen takes on b7 is the best move, attacking that rook on a8. And so what actually happened in the game was this move, queen to c6. He actually thought that this was a big defense for the black pieces, but he was wrong. He was wrong. I'm watching this while I'm going to sleep. Yes, I'm still streaming. I told you that this was going to be a long stream. I set up an event too. No, you are correct. And a lot of other people, Jack, you are correct too. Bishop to b5 made the opponent resign. Bishop to b5. And plus too, there's another move that was winning. Queen to c8 was winning too. But bishop to b5 pretty much clarifies that black had no chance into coming back. How long are you going to be streaming? I'm going to be streaming for like the next 45 minutes. And then I'm going to be streaming on YouTube playing some chess against my viewers. So let's continue. Let's continue into a longer game. So I got a longer game in here that I wanted to go over. I got a longer game I wanted to go over. Okay. Oh, okay, I wanted to go over this game. Let me restart this position right quick. And we're going to be going over the bird opening. Do y'all know what the bird opening is? Well, you're going to know after this stream. You're going to know. If you've been sitting here the whole time too, hey, you are the GOAT. You call me the GOAT, you're the GOAT if you've been sitting here the whole time learning about chess, all right? Who's been here since the first hour? Let me see y'all. Press 1 if you've been here since the first hour. Click 1 if you've been here since the first hour. Hey, there we go. Look at all those people. Yeah, I've been playing, but I'm still watching. Let's get it. We got 45 minutes to go. Let's get this game right quick. Just join. I'm new to your channel. Hey, I'm glad. My channel is for beginners, intermediate players, and advanced players if you're trying to learn openings. I'm a liar. All right, cool. So, how do you think this game started off? Oh, snap. It's not supposed to be on f6, but we are the white pieces again. How do you think this game started off? And this game is Rowena Mary Bruce against Ronald Bruce. And this game was played in 1957. This game was played in 1957. And yes, this game started off with F4, which initiates the bird opening. After F4, knight to F6 in this position, and then we got the move E3. After E3, G6, and then we got the move knight to F3. After knight to F3, bishop to G7, and then what do you think is the next move here? Thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. Yeah, keep the likes up. We're good. I've been standing this whole time too. Thank you for the love, you hearts. Thank you for sharing the lives too and keeping the likes up. Got the 500K likes. What do you think happened next year? Teach me more ways, please. You seem good. Well, I got a lot of content on my profile. I'm enjoying this. I'm learning new things. Hey, there we go. If you're not learning new things, then hey, I'm not doing my job. I'm on 3% hurry. Put your phone on a charger. The next move is D4. Next move is D4 going to like a stone wall defense. There's a few ways how you can play the bird opening, and this is one of the ways you can. So after the move D4, castle kingside, and then we got the move bishop to D3, just develop the pieces like normal. So after bishop to D3, C5 in this position, and then what do we do next here after the move C5, threatening to capture our D pawn? Straight respect to you, man, for show us the ways. Hey, I'm just trying to do the best I can. Shane, yeah, we got the move C3. Now, this is a stonewall defense. There are some weaknesses and there are some advantages. There are some pros and cons in every single opening. Now, most grandmasters do not play the stonewall because this pretty much gives black. It doesn't give black an advantage, but it just pretty much gives it a level playing field, right? So usually when grandmasters are playing with the white pieces, when they go first, they're trying to get somewhat of an advantage so that they can put as much pressure on the opponent as possible. But playing the stonewall defense, not the stonewall defense, but playing the stonewall opening or playing like the London system or the Colley system pretty much allows black to get a equal playing field. So after the move C3, we got the move B6 in this position. After B6, what do you think white did next? Is it common for black to play a stonewall? Yeah, that's why I misslipped and set the word stonewall defense, because there is a stonewall that black can play too. But that usually goes into the Dutch defense. Jonathan, Shane Thompson, yep, castle kingside. Castle kingside is the correct way to go. After castle kingside, bishop to B7, and then we got what move next? After bishop to B7. Can you show the king's gambit moves? We'll go into that next time. I don't know, not this stream. I don't got any games set up for that. No, I didn't do two moves. I castle kingside, bishop to B7. You can't go to knight to C3, but you can go to. I don't think anybody's saying the move yet. That's why I'm not doing the next move. Let's keep the likes up and going too. It's slowing down. What else are we doing? C5, knight A3, knight D2. Yeah, knight B to D2. After knight B to D2 in this position, D6, and then we got the move H3. After H3, knight B to D7, and then we got the move queen to E1. Why is the queen moved to E1? Because usually in a stonewall defense, they want to attack the king's side. I don't know why, but it's usually the move that is happening here. The queen to E1 move actually has two purposes, though, in this exact position. Either moving a queen over here to this king's side, or trying to push up this E4 pawn. Let's see which way that they go. After queen to E1, queen to C7, and then what do you... Actually, this is a really bad move, but hey, it is what it is. We got the move G4, which pretty much gives black the advantage in this position. After G4, E5, and then we got the move F takes on E5. Do not play the move G4 in the stonewall defense. That is horrible. After F takes on E5, D takes on E5, and then we got this move queen to G3. After queen to g3, knight to d5 in this position, and then we have the move knight to e4. After knight to e4, rook a to e8, and then what do you... Dang it, that's another bad move. Why are they... What is she doing? When is she going to get out of this? Bishop to d2. Another bad move. After bishop to d2, king h8, and now the game is equal. What is the best move in this position? What do y'all think? Sometimes grandmasters or like chess masters do bad moves, but then they win the game at the end because the opponent doesn't know how to take advantage of the bad moves. So when I look at games, I look at games beforehand, but like in the middle, I'm like, oh crap. Why are they playing like that? What is the best move here? Yeah, the best move is actually doing the move c4. But in this game, Rowena, I'm thinking that's her name. They go to queen h4. After queen h4, knight to f6. This is less bad than it was before. And then they're trying to attack their king by doing the move knight to f to g5. After knight f to g5, bishop takes on e4. Bishop takes on e4. And then we got the move pawn takes on d4. I'm trying to get to the point where white is winning. So just hold up. Give me 1 sec, all right? We're almost there, but yeah, this is pretty bad. But you can see that white is kind of putting the pressure on the king side. But if you're facing a grandmaster, you got to put more pressure than a knight on g5 and a queen on h4. You got to put more pressure on the opponent here. And so after the move e takes on d4, they did the move bishop to d5. After bishop to d5, pawn captures on e3. And then we got this crazier move, rook a to e1. I didn't know this position was going to get even worse. But after rook a to e1, we got the move e captures on d2, which equalizes the game once again. Black made a horrible blunder to get white back into the game. That was a lot of blunders in a row too. This is why you keep on playing chess. This is why you keep on never forgetting the fighting spirit when you're playing chess. That's what I mean. Yeah, e takes on d2 was a bad move, but it's y'all turn to figure out why it was a bad move. Bryson, you are correct. We're going to just continue with rook takes on e8. After rook takes on e8, then we have the move rook takes on e8. After rook captures back, which is even worse than all the moves that white has done here, because instead of capturing the rook back, they were supposed to play the move h6. But what happens after rook captures back on e8? There's no checkmate. Remember, knights can move backwards. The knight can capture the queen on h7. What is the next best move here? And this next move is pretty cool. Even though that they played a horrible opening. This next move is pretty cool, even though they played a horrible opening. Ugh. Knight captures on f7. Okay, I see y'all. Actually, knight captures... Nope, knight captures on f7 does not work. Knight captures on f7 do not work. It's actually more explosive than that. And I'm going to give y'all a minute from my sand timer that was $6.99 on Amazon, which I think is pretty crazy, but at the same time, it is what it is. I still bought it. Oh man, what is the next best move here? And knight to e6? Nope, not knight to e6. Not rook takes on f6, because if rook takes on f6, not only can they promote the pawn on d1, but they can recapture the rook on f6. They can do either one of those moves. Knight takes on h7. Y'all minute is almost running out. Taram, what's your name? We got Andy Doom. That's at the best move. We got Septic Flame. That just set the best move. It's queen takes on h7. Queen takes on h7. I know. It's a crazy move. Oh, can y'all not hear me? Could y'all not hear me this whole time? Hey. Y'all should have told me if my sound was going low. Why did y'all tell me? Come on, guys. Y'all have to tell me stuff like that. I was wondering why everybody left. That's probably one of the reasons why. I'm trying to turn this back on. Okay. So, the move is queen takes on h7. Why? Because after knight takes on h7, what is the next best move here? Oh, y'all could still hear me? It has to be clearer though now, right? It has to be a lot clearer. Knight takes on f7. Right. So after knight takes on f7, what happens next? It's the same? Dang, these mics are pretty good. Best investment ever. It's been fine the whole time I've been here. Hey. Okay. After knight takes on f7 and king g8, what happens next? And what if I told you that this position is checkmate in two? Well, what if I told you this position is checkmate in two? A lot of people saying knight h6, not knight h6. Nope, not knight h6. That doesn't lead to checkmate in two. Knight to d6? No, not knight to d6. What is the move that leads to checkmate in two? And you have to say the actual algebraic notation in order for me to understand. Bryson, you are correct. We got the move knight to e5, which is so ugly. This is such an ugly position for black, for white to do such a horrible job in the opening. And so after knight to e5, if the king moves to f8, it falls for the exact same demise if the king moved to h8. What is the next move? Yeah, everybody sees it now. Knight takes on g6, checkmate. Knight takes on g6, checkmate. See you later, man. Who was that? I don't think I can say your username, but see you later, bro. Knight takes on g6. And this is checkmate. That's an illegal move. How is that an illegal move? What is the illegal move? Guys, hey. The knight from f7 moved to e5, checking the king on g8. If the king, oh, that's it. That is an illegal move. My bad. I've been streaming for too long. My bad. The rook on f1. Hey. Calm down, bro. Calm. Hey, bro. Calm. Hey, bro. Calm down, bro. Hey, yo. Hey, I can make mistakes too, bro. Can I not make mistakes too? Bro, calm down, bro. I know. You know what sucks? Every time I do a mistake, the viewership goes up. It's like, why y'all always here for my downfall? The internet is crazy. Hey, man, the internet is undefeated. But if the king goes to h8, knight takes on g6, and that is checkmate. Hey, I should have realized, yeah, this rook on f1 is definitely doing a great job, too. This is a pretty cool game, even though that they did a horrible opening. I stumbled upon student teaches the teacher. I know, you really did. But instead of one student teaching the teacher, it's like 2,000 students. Oh, crap. Okay, let's get into this next game. Oh, snap. Okay. Let me see. I don't think I went over this game yet. Yeah, okay. Already went over that game. Okay, we're going to play from the black side, but I know that most people hate playing from the black side. I get it, but we're going to have to do so. We're going to have to do so for this game. This game is pretty awesome. This next game is pretty awesome. Free teaching. What do you expect, people? Dang, bro. I've been teaching for like 3 hours now. Give me some slack. I usually teach for like an hour. And I have like everything prepared. Hey, man, if you like the stream, look at them. Hey, if you want to support me, go to my TikTok bio. I just launched some merch. And if you want to join a Discord that helps you improve in your chess skills and you can connect with other chess players who's trying to do the exact same thing, then, join for free. Calm down. All right, cool. Let's get back into it. Hey, nobody's seen that. Let's get into this next game. Bruh, just support, bro. He is streaming for 3 hours, bro. I know. Okay. So we are the black pieces, and we started off with the position D4. After D4, what do you think black did first? Very nice to give your time and experience. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I stream every single day. Is the yard D? E5, D5, E5, Ukraine forever. Okay, that was random. Actually, we got the move E6. And the people that is playing in this game, this is actually a game that Jose Capablanca lost on the white side, if you know who he is, and he was going against Max Wolfson. And this game was actually played in 1915. And the only reason why Jose Capablanca lost is because he was, this was actually a simo that he lost. So Max, okay, cool sunglasses. But yeah, Jose Capablanca got a loss from a person that he played in a simo. And a simo is basically when a chess player plays multiple people at this exact same time. Actually, not the exact same time because he goes to each table and plays a move. And the clock starts every table that he goes to. But yeah, he lost his simo. Let's figure out how he lost. After c4 in this position, black played the move b6. That goes into the English defense. After the move b6, e4 in this position, what do you think Max did next? What do you think Max did next? Brendan, you got the move d5. Okay. What is the next move here? And we're almost at 600. We're almost at 600 likes. Let's get there. Not all heroes wear capes. Thanks, man. Know where to go for material, when to go. A lot of people want to do pawn moves. Knight to f6, okay, there goes some piece moves. Bishop b4, bishop b7. Yeah, bishop b7. Attacking this e4 pawn. Even when you're going through like opening moves, you always want to do threats. Queen's Gambit, ready in a simo. Yeah, even in a Queen's Gambit series, she did a simo. So after the move knight to c3, we got the next move, which is what? What's the next move for the black pieces? What is the next move for the black pieces? But sometimes they do wear fire. Sometimes they do wear fire merch. Hey, thanks. I didn't even get it at first. My bad. Sometimes they wear fire merch. That's how you wanted to say it. I got you. Knight to f6. Yep. And we're all the people who's in here right now, we're trying to figure out the best moves for the black side. And after knight to f6, bishop to d3 in this position, protecting the pawn. And then we got the move bishop to b4, pinning the knight to the king on e1. And this opening has been played multiple times before. And even though this was back in 1915, doesn't mean that they was not playing your opening. And so after bishop to b4, queen e2 was played, which is an oldie. After queen to e2, we got the move d6, and then we got the move f4 by Jose Capablanca. And he was playing a simo, and he was playing crazy moves like f4. If I was playing a simo, I would think that he would play like more, or he would play like more solid moves, but he didn't. He played a move like f4. That's like the 4 pawns up here on the 4th rank, which is crazy. After f4, queen to e7, and then we got the move knight to f3. After knight to f3, we have this powerful move c5, which is not so powerful because white has a small advantage now. After f5, d5 in this position, which is not the best move. Then we have then we have the move bishop takes on c3. After bishop takes on c3, b takes on c3, which gives white back the advantage. Then we have this next move, knight to a6, which is horrible. After knight to a6, e5, knight to d7, and then we have the move d takes on e6. After d takes on e6, how would y'all survive this? What would be your next move? What do you think Max Wilson did next? Which side would you rather play? Hopefully nobody is saying the black side, because this is horrible. He's getting smacked in a simo right now. But how would you defend? If you was playing against Jose Capablanca, you know he's like the best player in the world right now. He's like the Magnus Carlsen of that time. What would you do next here? What would be your fighting spirit move? Queen takes on e6. And that was the move that he played. After queen takes on e6, and then he's seen the move f5, which is crazy because the bishop is protecting the f5 pawn. Then we got the move queen to e7. After queen to e7, e6 in this position, and then we got the move f takes on e6. Not the best move, but hey, we're all human. After f takes on e6, f takes on e6, and then we got the move knight to f3. After knight to f3, knight to g5, and then you can tell that the advantage is slipping away just a little bit. And then what move do you think that Max did here? Check out, please. I appreciate it. Huh? What are you talking about checking out? Marina? I would have used my horse. What would y'all do here? What would y'all expect him to do? So a lot of people saying castling. Okay, castle, castle, castle. But which side though? You can't just say, you got to tell me which side that you think he would castle. Okay, a lot of people think that he would castle short. Okay. A lot of people thinking like h6, moves like knight b4. Well, knight b4 pawn captures. Kingside. Okay, a lot of people think that he would castle kingside, and actually the chess engine is on y'all side. Like, bro, castle kingside. He castled queenside against Jose Capablanca. He castled queenside. He still wins this game though. I'm gonna show you how. He castled queenside though, just to be more, I don't know. He's on demon timing right now. He's on demon time. Crazy. So after long castle, we got this move knight to f7, which actually gives the advantage back to black just a little bit because of this next move. What do you think he did next here? What do you think was played next after knight to f7? Nothing to lose. Yeah, he was already losing, so you might as well castle queenside. A good tip for you, castle queenside. Are you going to be streaming on YouTube? Yeah, after this lesson, after like 30 minutes, I'm going to go to YouTube, play some viewers in bullet chess, and then hopefully go to sleep in like 30 minutes. That's the plan. What do y'all think happened here? A lot of people saying moves like e6, queen f8, knight to c7. Okay. Oh, snap. Shane, is that you? Dang, Shane. How strong are you? Bishop takes on g2. Max found like the impossible move against Jose Capablanca. He did bishop takes on g2. He basically spat in Jose Capablanca's face. And TikTok, I'm exaggerating. All right. I'm trying to teach here. I'm trying to be entertaining. Do not ban me. I'm not. You know what I mean? So after bishop takes on g2, if queen takes on g2 at this present moment, then black has queen takes on e6, checking the king and about to take the knight. So that's why Jose Capablanca did not take the bishop, but did instead rook to g1. After rook to g1, what do you think he did next here? Best teacher. Hey, Cars Phillips, thank you. I appreciate it. We got 16 TikTok. Hey, man, Ethan, you going ham. Retreat room. What are we doing next now? What is the next move that Max played? And this is actually the best move of the position. James, you are correct. He did the move bishop to f3 because guess what? The same threat happens if queen captures on f3, queen captures on e6 and take the knight, in which he just went for. After queen takes on f3, queen takes on e6, and then we got the move king to d1. After king to d1, queen captures on f7, like I said, and then we got this next move, queen to a8. Queen to A8. Now we're being attacked by Jose Capablanca. And let me just remind you again that Jose Capablanca is basically like the Magnus Carlsen in our present day. Like, he was the best player back then in 1915. So after Queen A8, you're going to have to deal with this huge attack by your opponent. What would you do next here? What is the best move? I'm trying to see if this other mic is gonna cut on. Y'all probably like, this dude is weird. Why is he looking at me like that? Yeah, knight to b8 is the best move. So after knight to b8 in this position, bishop to f5. What are you doing next here? After bishop to f5. What are y'all doing here? A lot of people saying knight to what? King to c7? Oh, y'all saying king to c7. Okay. So, is it king to c7 or is it knight f to d7? It's either one of those two moves. It's either king c7 or knight to d7. What do y'all think? Queen exchange, knight d7, knight f d7. Okay, okay. Yep. Knight to d7 was the move that was played here. After knight to d7, bishop to e4, which is basically threatening mate in one, which would be queen b7. What do you think he played here? You have to defend against a world champion, and he's playing a simo, and who cares if he's playing a simo, right? You're facing a world champion, and you're trying to get a win. You're not going to be the losers here. You're going to be the winner. I don't care what setting this is. Knight to c7, queen c4, rook e8, a queen h5. Okay, y'all saying some good moves, okay? But remember, we have to stop this checkmate on b7. Queen to b7 checkmates the king on c8. So how can we do that? Knight to e5, yes. Why is knight to e5 a good move? Because the queen on f7 is stopping checkmate on the b7 square. And so after knight to e5, bishop d5 happened. What are we doing next here after bishop d5? What are we doing next here after bishop to d5? Attacking our queen. Trying to take our lady. Can you... This grandmaster's trying to take our lady. Love the prop. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I love the prop too. Hey, got my stick ready. I be poking y'all too sometimes. You know what I mean? I be doing my thing. So queen h5 is one of the moves, one of the best moves. And actually there's another move that he did, which was queen to d7. I think one of you already said it already. After queen to d7, we got the move a4, and then we have the move knight to c6. After knight to c6, a5 in this position, and then after a5, what is the next best move? What do you think Max Wolfson did? I need some water. What do you think Max Wolfson did here? And let's keep the lights up. Even though that we got the Sister Decay, I want to reach for the stars, all right? Let's get the 650. Let's get the 650. There we go. Let's keep on sharing the lives. Come on, let's keep the energy up. Dude, I have been hyped this whole stream, and it's been over 3 hours. I'm still teaching you. I'm still trying to do the best I can to be as entertaining as possible. So give me your support. Please. I do this. And yes, you are correct. Knight takes on a5 is the best move here. After knight takes on a5, rook takes on a5. So Jose Capablanca is basically sacrificing against us now. And that's basically the equivalent of Magnus Carlsen sacrificing against us. So we should be getting nervous. Should we take this rook or do another move? Can we take this rook on a5 or do another move? Thank you for following. I appreciate it. Who's following right now? We got a bomber, a Palmer. I think it was a Palmer. It was a Palmer TikTok. Don't ban me. Please. Hey, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. And Minecraft. I didn't even realize what I said. Ray-Ban. Who else do we got? Yeah, we're going to take that rook. Pretty much the only safe move to do. So after B takes on a5 in this position, we have bishop to f4. After bishop to f4, Max Wolfson kind of cracked under pressure because of that mindset. He's basically facing Magnus Carlsen back then, and this was back in 1915, and he's facing Jose Capablanca and a simo already, so you're already like under this guy. And he did the move rook d to e8. Now, good for him, his opponent did not find the best move, which the best move was actually going to king to d2, but he went to king to c1, Jose Capablanca. I mean, he's facing probably like 20 other people in the simo. So he didn't have the concentration to do the best move. And so he did king c1. How would y'all take advantage of this? What do y'all think is the best move? Because Max didn't even see the best move in this position. Was Carlsen even born in 1915? I said it's the equivalent of Magnus Carlsen being born in 1915 going against Jose Capablanca. It's that exact same mindset. I love how chess recently blew up again. Exactly. Queen c6, bishop d6, rook e1. I'm looking at y'all moves still, so keep on typing them. I'm not like, nobody have set the best move yet. A lot of people are saying rook to e2. It's not that. It's not that. Even though that's basically equalizing the game. And so the best move, actually, just for us to continue, and actually, Shalat, you got the best move. Rook h to f8 is actually the best move in this position that would have pummeled Jose Capablanca. But nope, Max didn't do that. He did rook e7, which is equal. So after rook e7, Jose Capablanca did another terrible move, king to b2. After king to b2, what do you think Max did next? Jose Capablanca really wanted this guy to win, apparently. He really wanted him to win. What do you think he played next? A lot of people saying e8. Like, what is going to e8? You can't just say the square. You have to say the piece that's going to the square. Queen b5, rook e2. So rook e2, yeah, rook e2 kind of work, but kind of don't. Actually, it just doesn't work. It still equalizes the game. That's why. So a lot of people are saying rook to e8. There are two rooks that can go to e8. I don't know which rook you're telling me. I don't know which rook. There's two rooks that can go to e8. Keep on liking the stream. We got it. We're almost to 650K likes. Oh, somebody just said it. Rook h to e8 is the move that Max did here. And after rook h to e8, bishop to g3, which is more of a terrible move. I don't know what Jose Capablanca was doing in this position, but hey, he might have been interested in finishing off some other guys other than this guy. But what do you think he did next here? And this was a simo for everybody that's in here right now. And this is pretty much finding the best moves for the black side, not the white side, but the black side. And Rolex Mex, you are correct. We got the move rook to e2, attacking the king. After rook to e2, king to a3. And then what is the next move here? What do you think is the next move that was played by Wolfson? And this is for the black pieces. Okay, that was the most sus description of a simo I've ever... What? Hey, calm down. This is chess. Let him play with 20 other guys, bro. Like, come on. Let him do his thing. Rook 8 to e3. After rook 8 to e3 in this position, then we got the move rook to c1, protecting the c3 pawn. After rook to c1, what other move do we got here? And this other move might be hard. This other move might be hard to find. 650K likes. Let's go. Let's go. What do y'all think is the next best move? I'm going to give y'all a minute. Got a minute. The sand timer. $6.99. You know what I mean? From Amazon. I don't think it should cost that much, but it is what it is. I bought it for y'all. Rook A2. There's actually a lot of good moves that can happen here. Queen G4, Queen A4 check. Wow, Queen A4 is kind of crazy. That is losing. Queen F5, You got to be careful of moves like that. If we move the queen to f5, then queen to b7 can happen, and then we could be losing very quickly. And so y'all only got like 30 more seconds. Actually less than that, probably like 10 more seconds. Rook to a2, rook b2, rook c3, rook e1. Well, Max did an awesome move. He did the move rook to d3. I don't know if anybody said it, but if you did, shout yourself out. He did the move rook to d3. After rook to d3, bishop to e1 was played because Jose Capablanca was trying to stop the move rook to d2 by rook 3 to d2. After that, we got the move again, rook to e3, and then after rook to e3, rook to b1. What is the last move that was, not the last move, but there are two moves that was played here that made Jose Capablanca resign. There's two moves that was played here that made Jose Capablanca resign. Why he moved rook to a3. Wait a minute, rook to a3? What do you mean? Just a rook to a3. This final move is a brilliant move, all right? This is a brilliant move. Rook c3. Not rook c3, because if rook takes on c3, bishop takes on c3. I'm going to give y'all 1 minute to find it. Just to give y'all a hint, it's a sacrifice. Rook e to a2. Yes, that is the brilliant move. Rook to a2, attack of the king. If the king just moves to b3, you already know queen a4 is just going to happen and checkmate the king. If king takes on a2, which actually happened in the game, what is the last move that made Jose Capablanca resign? What is the last move that made Capablanca resign? Yeah. Kyson, everybody, Big Ben. Yep. Queen to a4 made Capablanca resign because of checkmate in 3. Let's find checkmate in 3 before we end this game off. If the king moves to b2, what is the next move? If the king moves to b2, what is the next move? Who's this guy, Jose? Well, Jose Capablanca was actually a world champion back in the 1900s. He was a really good player, and he is known for very simple endgame playing skills. If you look at his practical endgames, and there are books about this guy, he was the best at this time. Yeah, rook to e2. After rook to e2, in this position, we got the move bishop to d2. What happens next? After rook to e2 and bishop d2, what happens next? Take, right. Rook captures on d2. And after king to c1, pretty much the only move, deliver checkmate. How old is chess? It is very old. If I'm not mistaken, I think I know it was made in India, and it was like maybe 500 years. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not too confident. I don't know my chess history like that. But yeah, queen c2 is checkmate. You gave the opponent the kiss of death. And this is what this checkmate is called. It's called the kiss of death. All right. With the queen touching the king. There's no way for this king to get out of this checkmate. This king cannot capture on c2 because of this rook on d2 for all my beginners. And so that's what happened. I made chess back in 2004. Hey, Closer Brokers, how you doing? This dude came back really late. But yeah, that was the last game that I was going to be going over today. And just for everybody to know, the only reason why I did a 3-hour stream today was because I launched the merch. And I will be going live every single day. It's going to be open chat for everybody. And I'm going to be going live at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock every single day. All right. Like I've been doing. But right now, like tradition, you already know what it is. We're going to do push-ups. And then after we do the push-ups, I'm probably going to go over to YouTube, play some bullet chess, have fun over there for like 30 minutes. And then I don't know what's next. I'm probably going to stay working, making some more videos for y'all, going over chess knowledge, chess wisdom, chess understanding. But, and then I would like to advertise too, I do have a Discord that is in my TikTok bio that you can go to connect with other chess players and improve your chess skills. So like for everybody who wants to pass like 1,000 rating on chess.com, for everybody under 1,000 rating, or if you want to just face off against tougher opponents, they are in that Discord. All right, let's do these push-ups right quick. If you're just watching me do the push-ups, then that's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. If you just watch me, don't just watch me. Don't just watch me. Do the push-ups with me. I know you're in your bed. I know you're under the covers right now, and I know it's late. It's 12 a.m. for me right now. Don't be like that. When is there gonna be another time you're gonna do push-ups with H1? Or push-ups in regular life? Especially if you're out of high school. When is gonna be another time? So you might as well do it with me. With the guy on TikTok that doesn't know who you are and doesn't know your name. But I do care about your health. I care about everybody's health. Let's get to it. Let's get strong, and let's get strong with our mindset too. Let's get the push-ups done. All right. Actually, should I keep this on me or I don't know. Let's do it. Turn the music up. That's 10 push-ups. I'm thinking I'm going to 50. Yeah, I'm going to 50. Since we're at 665,000 likes. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to 50. Now, after we do the push-ups, tell me how many you did tell me how many you did. All right. We got people from Hawaii up in here. Let's go. I did 40. 10 more. Yo, this isn't chess. I just did 3 hours of chess. I got 10 more. How many you did so far? I can't do any more. You can't do any more? Come on. You can do 5. Usually when somebody says they can't do any more, you can do like 5 more. It's the fitness gambit. Just start doing push-ups during the tournament. 50. Okay. We got 36 by Glock. 59 by Ian. 30 by Mr. B Cheese. 0.5. Hey, 0.5 is good too. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you did 1 or 2 push-ups, as long as you did something. Stop scrolling. Okay, chest and chest, real sigma. Okay, 10 more. Let's get it. Quotes for Brokies, 50. Let's go. 10 more. Let's do it. Whew. All right, cool. We did the 50 push-ups. This was a good live stream. I appreciate every single one of you. If you want to play some chess against me, you can. Go over to YouTube. That's in my TikTok bio too. My YouTube channel is Chess Knowledge with H1. 76 and I'm dying. This one for improving our chess to improving our chess. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. All right. Have a good day. Make sure that you keep on fighting to the end and staying focused in chess and in real life. All right. Peace.